pill. Abusing drugs just fucking on my level. So many different flows. Do anything to bring the load. Jump on the plane with foes. Yeah, you so pretty, hope you know friends step all on your toes. Jump in the crowd at every show. 2,000 tickets sold. It bitch so bad, I hope she know. Just trying to take a soul. It made me mad, I hope they know. Won't stop until they chose. I came from standing over stoves. Get 30 for a show. Lieutenant, see, I up my rank. Now ain't no stopping me. You see this dash, I got 200 on it. Just like my neck. She shaking ass, I'm throwing money on it. This bitch the best. The type is mine, you see how bad I want it. The type is mine. That pussy good, go get that bag, you want it. Talk Japanese, I can't do nothing for free. You wanna feature, cost a girl from Johnny. A third of all. 100 milligrams in me at least. And now I'm walking around just like a mummy. Just like a zombie. The one for me, his name, I seen it. She ran it from me. It's silent, a bed. 4 pockets full like public subs. I find a plague and magic. They tryna put me in Toronto, can't cause I'm a felon. Ain't finna go to war no more, cause all these niggas tellin'. We ran this shit up super fast, why these little niggas smellin'. I got the house, I had to catch my fit, it cost a 20. Just off my neck and wrist alone, she coming out, I'm gaining. She's so good on honey, he's so evil sometimes, he's so. Send them up if they play, we know. Cross my neck just like Sub-Zero. Can't wait to dive inside. That ass keep bouncing up and down, I catch it every time. She and her riding like a pro who taught you how to drive. Are they surprised we got them gone? They know it's Muffin ties. You see this dash, she got 200 on it. She shaking ass, I'm throwing money on it. Come rake it up. The type is mine, you see how bad I want it. The type is mine. That pussy good, go get that bag, you want it. That bitch so fine. Talk Japanese, I can't do nothing for free. I can't do it. You wanna feature, cost a girl from Johnny. A third of all. 100 milligrams in me at least. And now I'm walking around just like a mummy. I like a zombie. You see this dash, she got 200 on it. 200 up. She shaking ass, I'm throwing money on it. Come rake it up. The type is mine, you see how bad I want it. The type is mine. That pussy good, go get that bag, you want it. Talk Japanese, I can't do nothing for free. I can't do it. You wanna feature, cost a girl from Johnny. A third of all. 100 milligrams in me at least. And now I'm walking around just like a mummy. Just like a zombie, baby.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Bookit Sports community and around the world. Welcome back to another episode of The Morning After. I missed you guys. Hopefully everyone's doing well in chat. Hopefully everyone had a great first week of March Madness. There wasn't a lot of madness, but I'll tell you what, it definitely sucks some soul.
Soul was sucked.
Definitely sucks some soul. Hand up, we apologize for no Friday or for no Friday episode.
Yeah,
That's a hand up situation.
Hand up. I'll put my hand up.
Yeah, you put your hand up, and put my hand down, you go.
That was on me. That was on me. I promised something that I knew well, I guess looking back on it, I didn't know that we weren't going to be able to do it, but after we tell you what we did, you'll understand.
This was on Thursday, correct?
Yeah. This was on Thursday.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Listen, we just wrote some checks we couldn't cash. That's what we did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we wrote some checks that were impossible to cash.
Yeah.
That's just where we're at with it.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's okay.
Honestly, if we would have given you a show, you guys would have been in rat with us. So you're actually lucky.
Would have been a nightmare show, to be totally honest with you.
It would have been.
Thank you to K. Demesser for the tier 1 sub. Here we go. Let's have a week, boys. Here we go.
Come on.
Appreciate you. But we are back from Vegas. Josh, how you feeling? I know you said you felt a little Felt a little funny waking up this morning.
Literally brain dead. My brain is mush right now. I had a great time, but yeah, I feel like this happens every time we travel with me. It's like first day back, I always just feel like, blech.
Ooh, chills.
But yeah, I'm fun.
I
feel
got
good.
news for you. I think Vegas might be just my least favorite city in America. We go there and you lose all your money, and then you come home and it feels like I need a week to recover.
Yeah.
Just from, sitting in a theater watching college basketball for 5 days straight. But I do want to shout out Fountain Blue, one of the best hotels in Vegas. Thank you for having us. It was unbelievable.
It was amazing. I had an amazing time there. That event that they put on is awesome.
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 All right, let's start at the beginning.
Let's do it.
Do a full Vegas recap. Talk about all the games. Talk about all the things that happened. Talk about all the fun stuff that went down. Did we party with Diplo? I don't know, but we're gonna find out live on the show. I got news for you. We landed on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happened on Wednesday.
Nothing.
Other than the fact that we hit up Poppy Steak.
I was gonna say, yeah. What do you mean nothing
Which
happened on
was-
Wednesday?
Can we talk about Poppy Steak
Of
for a
course
second
we
here?
can.
Here's the thing about Poppy Steak. It might be the most absurd restaurant of all time. If
It
you
is
guys have never been
crazy.
to Poppy Steak, it is, I'm not even kidding you, bar none, the most absurd restaurant potentially of all time.
Yeah.
They have an item on the menu called the beef case.
Beef case.
Not brief, beef case. And it's basically you pay $1,000 and they bring out a briefcase with beef in it. And it's also, I love the meat industry. They just throw words. It's USDA, FDA, butt plug central, BP, LANK, certified grass fed, egg fed beef. And they bring it out in this big ass beef case and they play the purge alarms. And then they stamp the beef, I guess, with the poppy thing, and then they cook it or whatever, and then they give you the beef.
Yep.
Absurd restaurant. But I think we already talked about this, though, on Thursday.
Yeah, we did a little bit. Yeah.
We did.
Just a little.
But just wanted to recap Poppy Steaks, the most absurd restaurant I've ever been to. I never need to go back.
Wait, we didn't look at this, though. I do want to show chat exactly what the beef case looks like because I found a picture.
True.
That's the beef case.
Just...
It is crazy.
It's insane.
It's insane.
It's literally insane.
Yeah.
Krabs and I, the way you could summarize mine and Krabs' weekend or week was from Poppy to Popeyes. That's how our meal journey went.
Yeah.
But
Poppy Steak also has its own slot machine.
what?
You didn't see that?
No.
By the wheel, they have a Poppy Steak slot machine.
What wheel?
Oh no, by like right by the escalators when you go down. It's like literally right there.
What?
Yeah, they got
What?
They have one in the high limit room too, I saw.
They
got
also
a high
had
limit
crab.
Poppy.
They also had a crab on the cart. People forget.
Yeah.
There's a massive crab that looked like it was the size of Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Like if I imagine Shaquille O'Neal wanting to eat crab, that's crab I would imagine you'd have to eat to be full. That's how big the goddamn crab was.
Jay Thorpe says we also can't forget Josh promised the Friday episode. We just addressed it,
Jay
brother.
Thorpe, we just had our hands up and said we wrote checks we couldn't cash. All right? So just need you to wake up a little bit here, man.
We'll tell you why right now.
All right, we got to the Thursday slate, Josh. We were somewhat dialed. Friday was the real nightmare day for me.
Same.
Thursday was interesting. Just not a lot of madness. Not a lot of madness.
No madness.
Not a lot of madness in this tournament. There's only one 10 seed left. I know people are bitching about it, but we got a little bit of madness there yesterday with a buzzer beater from Derek Queen. Just want to give him a round of applause. Well, we will get there. But the Crab 5 continue to dance. And I love everything about it. The only games I really wanted to talk about on Thursday that were, I guess, relatively interesting. I just want to hand up for Montana, but first I want to give them a round of applause just for making it.
Great year.
Just for making
Just
it.
a great year.
It's okay to sometimes just give it up for a team for having a great year.
Yeah.
Montana Wagon, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Should they have covered at the buzzer there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they absolutely collapse in the second half and did the refs throw the game away? Yeah. Did I DM the FBI on Twitter and say, please investigate the refs in the Montana-Wisconsin game because I was hammered? Yeah. That's just the reality of the situation. Some boxes needed to be checked, and I needed the FBI to look into it. Am I probably on their list now? Yeah.
No.
Because I DM'd them.
No.
And I went, hey, listen, here's the situation. Those refs need to be put behind bars.
Those refs
Need to
might
be put
on
behind
list.
bars.
Those refs might be on list.
But just want to shout out the Montana Wagon. Great season.
Shout out.
Wisconsin also played like some pussies. They were just looking for fouls all game, which is just, I think, the stupidest way to play basketball. But other than that, not a much of note happened. We knew Michigan was going to come through. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, I'm not going to go game by game, but in terms of real threats in the tournament right now, of teams that are still alive, I mean, how about Arkansas, dude?
Yeah.
Absolutely busted my bracket. Just want to hand up for anyone that tuned in that has discovered me on social media this week. Some guy made a TikTok, I guess. I was going pretty viral for the past week, I guess, putting out some college basketball content. And then some of the plays, I guess, folded. Some people felt a certain way, and some kid was like, would you rather have a Mikey Over son or a vlog my Target trip daughter? And I'll be honest, there was more support for me in the comments than I thought.
Vlogging Target trip daughter wouldn't be like the worst thing in the world.
Are you saying you picked
No.
fucking
No,
thing?
but usually it's like, it's the other option's a lot worse.
Well, let me find the exact TikTok. I didn't want to give it any shine because I just was a little bit offended that somebody would go out of their way to make something like that about me. But
Poor daughter, Mikey Over son.
let me pull it up for you, Josh.
I feel like that's the...
It was
Krabs and Josh.
annoying sports gambling influencer son or family vlogger who profits off her kids crying in Target daughter.
Oh, that's crazy.
I feel like I'm the easiest selection.
Yeah. See, like, I thought, see that I didn't...
I feel like we've done some great work, though, on my reputation on social media this year just through the show because there's a lot more support than I expected in the comments for that one. But, I also do understand some people being frustrated with me just, when I put out the plays and they don't hit. So I get it. It's part of the game, name of the game. But, yeah, that one sucked. That one sucked soul.
I mean, dude, who cares?
I feel like it's almost a waste
it's a
talking
random
about.
person.
I feel like it's almost a waste talking about these Thursday games, to be honest with you, because some of those teams then got eliminated.
All of them, pretty much. All
Yeah.
the underdogs got eliminated, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, even into
Besides
the
that.
next round, like, if we want to talk about Creighton with a big win against Louisville, they fucking
That's what I'm
lost
saying,
the next
that's
round
what I'm
anyway,
saying, yeah.
so
All
we'll
the-
see you later. But Thursday unwound quickly. I'm going to be honest, I don't. Why don't you take over Thursday?
Thursday night?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I don't even... What did we even do Thursday night? We
Let me set the scene.
we played tables.
Let me set the Let me set the scene. Thursday was, for no reason, one of the latest nights potentially of all time.
Well, the next night. Yeah.
But for actually no reason though. Like
Yeah.
Thursday, for no reason, the
Yeah,
wheels
for no
came
reason,
off,
yeah.
and like genuinely for no reason. Ended up at the Tabes. I hate the Tabes, by the way. Like I understand people that like playing the table games. I've now discovered that I love the slots.
Mhm.
I think slots are where
So
me
fun.
and Goots broke the casino, which I will talk about very shortly. But me and Goots figured out how to break the casino, and we found the infinite money glitch that I will tell you guys about very shortly. People spent decades and eons trying to discover and look for what me and Goots
Looking for
discovered
this
on
machine.
Saturday, dude. But I discovered the slots. But we played Tabes on Thursday, and I don't really like Tabes because I feel like people bitch at the tables, and I don't like sitting with like random people either. Like if it's a table of all of
Yeah.
people that I know, it's really fun, and that's what we had.
Yeah, we had that, yeah.
But I hate like just playing a game with random people. Like I don't really like being around strangers very often, just in my personal life. And I feel like Tabes in Vegas, you're not only around strangers, but they can affect your game as well.
Mhm.
And that shit drives me up a
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah, agreed.
But ended up at the Tabes on Thursday. For whatever reason, I mean, I know the reason. They just feed you liquor.
Yeah.
Like they just want to liquor you up.
I
dude.
was gone. Like so early. Dude, it hits you so fast you didn't even realize.
And Josh and I decided Josh decided, and then I just tailed along like a little coward to just drink vodka cranberries, which I haven't drank since senior year of college, which was like my meme drink that I would give to my buddies because the bars would be so full and you'd spill on yourself.
Yeah.
So I would just aim to get everyone's shirts just like covered in red cranberry juice. But started drinking vodka crans, playing table games, playing blackjack.
For hours.
I had to buy in like 3 separate times. It was me, Josh, Trent, and then Trent's buddy.
And Lauren played.
Sir Chemistry
Oh, but Lauren
Labs.
played early.
I was never
early.
with
Yeah,
Lauren.
you never
I was
playing
never
there.
with Lauren.
Yeah.
I was never with Lauren. It was me,
I
you.
was playing both.
Who was next to you? And then Trent. Me, you. It was Chemistry Labs, you. No, Chemistry Labs, me, you.
Me.
Who is that other person?
Who was they? It wasn't Dave.
It wasn't Mahoney.
No.
It might have just been Trent. No.
No.
Who was the last person?
Wasn't Goots.
Wasn't
Wasn't
Krabs.
Raz.
Wasn't Krabs. Well, I gave Goots $200 to buy it on the tape, and it was gone before I blinked. He sat down and then got up, I don't think, before I could even blink my eyes. Might have just been a rando. Who was sitting right next to you, dude?
I have no idea.
Might have just been a rando. Maybe it was just a rando. Maybe it was rando, then Trent. Rando Trent.
Maybe.
Could have been rando Trent.
Maybe.
That had to be it. Rando Trent.
Yeah, random. All right, we'll just
People
say that.
forget that I literally gave Goots $200. He was like, man, I want to play blackjack so bad. I was like, all right, Goots. Because I was up after Thursday. I had to pay for the drinks. I hit a couple straight bets. I was like, all right, Goots, here's $200. Go play tapes. He sat down where I ended up sitting down. Literally, I look over, look back. He's already up, standing back next to me. I was like, what just happened? He was like, there. So me and Josh end up at tapes. We're playing tape games, getting banged out. However, we had one lady that was great, and she was kind of helping out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep my stories short for today because I feel like I was told sometimes that my stories take a little bit too long.
I mean, we're going to go on this for like an hour, so go ahead.
So
What are we
but
talking
I'm going
about
to try to
this
keep it light. I'm going to try to keep it light. I'm going to try to keep it breezy. I'm going to try to keep them short. So I didn't know what time it was. Just keep it a buck with you. I didn't know what time it was. We were at this tape. It felt like for eons. Like once you get sucked into the tape, they do everything to keep you there.
It wants to keep giving you drinks, too.
Yeah,
Like,
and then also when you play with Trent, he just never runs out of chips because he'll buy in without you even seeing. So then you're like, wait, I just like my chips are gone. I bought in like 3 separate times. And then once you start having more liquor, you're like, I could just put $200.
Yeah.
What is another $200, dude? At one point in the tape games, to look over, Josh had what looked like $5,000. in
Literally
chips.
Jeff. Literally Jeff.
What looked like $5,000 in chips.
I only bought him for a couple
To my
hundred, and I
left.
think I ran it up to 1,000.
It was spanning his entire section of the tape.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, I don't know how to play blackjack, so I was just asking Trent and Josh if I should hit and if I should stay and if I should hit and if I should stay. So I just turned my brain off. Like I wasn't even I wasn't even operating as a human being. The only thing I was doing was tipping the lady and going, let's play together.
Yeah.
That's all I kept saying.
Let's play.
Is I put my thing on, let's play together. Let's play together. And then she would be like, good things happen when we play together. And she was like this old lady. She was awesome. It was really funny.
You were winning when
Dude,
you were
but I
playing
would
for
win
her.
when we would play together. Whenever I wouldn't tip her, I'd lose. Then
Yeah.
I had to
You had to
play.
keep
She
playing,
had to
yeah.
play with me.
Yeah.
2 things happened that are really funny. The first thing happened was Trent will, out of nowhere, without announcing the table, nuke a hand.
All in.
Like he will literally put every chip he has on a hand, but he won't say a fucking word.
Yeah.
And then you look over and you'll see a lavender
It's
chip,
that purple
which
chip.
is like
yeah, it's
$500.
the $500 chip. Yeah.
And it's like
he tries
out
to
of-
sneak them. Yeah.
And out of nowhere, he'll do it.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the cards get dealt, and you watch the cards get dealt, and you get over to Trent's spot, and you go, "Oh my
Wait, you
God,
have
what are you doing?
$500
When did you do
on
that?
this? Yeah.
When did you do that?" And we were playing with Trent's childhood buddy, who's just fucking hysterical. And he was sitting there, and like Trent nukes a hand, and he was like, "What is that? Like, when did you do that? Why'd you just sneak that?" And then Trent ended up winning the hand.
Yeah.
So now he went from 500 to $1,000. So now he's back up $1,000. And then, of course, next hand, Trent just puts down another modest $50. So he doesn't go all in. He just goes back to the minimum. And, dude, Trent's buddy, with one of the funniest things I've ever heard, he just goes, "Oh, back to a modest 50." After putting down 500 on hand, he goes back to a modest 50. But then throughout the game, I had to watch him.
Yeah.
I had to keep,
Then you'll
I'd-
start throwing like 3 blacks out there.
make no mistake, you got to keep a watchful eye over Trent.
Yeah, you do.
Because just in case he nukes a hand, you just got to know.
He does play blackjack the right way, though. I'll give him it. He
Yeah.
knows the game. He knows the game.
He does know the game. He'll also, make no mistake, play blackjack for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Like
So
he'll,
that's kind of what you got to do, dude. You have to play it for a while.
there was
Unless you go up really fat, really early, and you get out of there. But
I mean, there was a couple times where I would walk away to do something and walk back, but not be going to the tape, and he'd still be at the tape.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll just get locked in on the
Gooch-
tape, and he'll be there for 6 hours.
Gooch was telling me on our morning meeting that when he was leaving for his flight at 4 a.m., Trent was just going up to bed, leaving the tapes. Leaving Tabes.
Which is
He was at Tabes.
which is absurd, by the way.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
so that happens. Josh and I are just getting like liquored up. JJ.
Oh, fruity, yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
JJ was at the tape. And I staked JJ $100. That was also lit on fire. I lost $300 on other people playing blackjack.
Yeah. Well, almost more.
Almost more. But so Josh is sitting next to me after the chemistry lab stuff happens and after Trent goes sneak nuke hands. I look over. Josh is Jeffrey Bezos.
Yep.
There are more chips than I can even comprehend to my left. And I'm kind of like, I'm fighting a battle. I'm winning one, losing two, winning three, losing two. Like I never really had what felt like my feet planted at the table.
Never had a run.
Yeah, like
There's
I was
never a
always
run.
kind of getting knocked off my
Yeah.
feet. I just like I just kept staying in the pocket.
Yeah.
Play like 5 hands.
It felt
not-
like 2 hands. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm not really paying attention. I'm not really paying attention. Last time I looked over, Josh Lee looked like he had 3,000 chips, like maybe $1 million. Just in my head, I couldn't comprehend how many chips he actually had, how much money there
I think it was
on
like
the table.
$1,000.
Probably had $1,000. But it was all in 25, so that's a lot.
Yeah, so it looks like a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a ton. After like 5 hands, I look over. Josh is holding his last
2 chips.
2 chips. Josh,
With my bet out, though. I still had my bet out, so I had like $100 left.
Josh, what just happened? And I started like dying laughing. Josh,
I came back.
Josh, he goes, just look away. It's not real if you don't look.
Dude, as long as you're in the next hand, it's not real.
just look away. When you look, it's real. Don't look. It's not real.
That's what it is, dude. It's fucking fake money in Vegas. Dude, you don't look at it, it's not real.
Like literally holding his last 2 chips. I go, Josh, what the fuck happened? He goes, stop, look away. If you look, it's real. Don't look.
And then,
Sauce on the
yeah,
cranberries.
dude, those things, they are literally the most red. Those
So
are the most
red.
red vodka cranberries I've ever seen in
So
my
red.
entire life.
And meanwhile, the lady was yelling at me to keep tipping the lady.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I don't have the chips to tip her. And she was like, give me that 25. I'll make it a couple 5s. And you can tip her. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I
Yeah.
tipped her 5.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Had to.
it's not real if you don't look. Oh, yeah. But then go ahead.
And then, well, after we all lost all of our money, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So we ended up, long story short, we lost all of our money. That tape,
At that table, yeah.
that tape session lasted about 4 hours. We get up to the room. Josh and I had a conjoining room. So we opened the door, which was really funny. And Josh was like, dude, I'm starving. Like, I'm going to go get this pizza place in the hotel. It's open until 4 a.m. And I was like, oh, man. Keep in mind, I'm sauced to
Yeah.
the bones.
We both were.
Literally
It's- yeah,
sauced
we-
to the
yeah.
bones, dude. Josh is like, dude, I'm starving. Like, I'm going to go get this pizza place downstairs. And there's a part of me that I was like, I can't just leave Josh alone.
I didn't
in this
care. I was
hotel.
like,
No,
yeah.
yeah, but I was like, there's a part of me that I was like, I can't just leave Josh alone in this hotel. Like, I can't. Like, I need to be a part of wherever this journey
Well,
is.
and I feel like you want some food.
yeah, I
man.
definitely wanted some Zod.
Well, because, dude, we didn't eat since like 1 p.m. that day or 2 p.m.
Yeah, and it's now 4 a.m. 2 a.m.
It was 2 a.m.
2
probably
a.m.
when we went down there. Yeah.
At this point, it's 2 a.m. We go downstairs to go to the pizza place, and Josh exclaims it's open till 4 a.m.
Well, their website says
Friday to Sunday.
Friday to Sunday open till 4 a.m.
And we get there, and Josh is like, dude, it says they're open till 4 a.m. And I was like, Josh, they literally could not be more closed. Like, they're cleaning grill right now. Like, they're closed.
Yeah, they're closed.
And he then, in his drunken stupor, is like, moving side to side on his phone. Like, dude, I'm literally going to find it right now. I'm going to fucking yell at somebody. Okay. Look at the thing. He goes, dude, look, right here. It literally says, Friday to Sunday, open till 4 a.m. I go, Josh, it's fucking Thursday.
Dude, but it's not Thursday. But it wasn't Thursday. That's my point.
But they're not
You
gonna
can't put on your website Friday open till 4 a.m. if it's fucking Thursday.
You can't try to game the system and think that Friday starts at 1 a.m. They're not going to start.
It starts at midnight, not
they're not
1. It
gonna
starts at
st-
midnight.
They're not going to start their hours at midnight on Friday.
They
dude.
should. They
It's
should
just
figure
not how that works.
Well, honestly, it's not even that I was just so fucked up that when I looked at my phone, I was literally on their website and it said Friday till 4 a.m. Then I open my, like, just go to the home screen and I have like the calendar thing and it says Friday. I'm like, yes.
Just
Then we went down there.
all-time brain dead move. But so now we're hungry, we're out, and we need
Food.
we need food.
Like we're once we left the room,
Yeah,
like we
weren't-
had to
yeah,
go
we
get
had to
food.
get food. And Josh goes, yeah, there's this diner, this famous diner that's literally a 2-minute walk away. It's called the Peppermill.
The pepper.
I was like, dude, we about to go to the Pep? It's like, I've never been to the Pep.
I'd never been there.
Chat,
So-
I'm going to try to tell this story, and hopefully it's funny, but these next 2 nights back to back were some of the funniest shit that's ever happened in my life. Like, I have genuine stomach pain thinking about the stories from these 2 nights. So Josh and I end up leaving the hotel and going towards this diner called the Peppermill. The Peppermill, keep in mind,
It's cold as fuck, too.
yeah,
It's like freezing cold. It was so nice all day. We walk outside and it's 5 degrees.
The Peppermill is one of the weirdest ambiances I've ever been in my entire life. There's trees on the inside. There's neon lights. The ceiling is a disco ball unraveled.
Yeah.
So just keep
It's
all
a
that in
great
mind.
way to explain it, honestly.
Keep all that in mind. And me and Josh are hammered.
Yeah.
Hammered drunk, walking to the Peppermill from Fontainebleau in the freezing cold.
Freeze.
And I'm in like a t-shirt and shorts. I was freezing cold. We get in this diner, dude. We sit down. It's 2 a.m., 2:30
Probably
a.m.
2:30 by that
2:30
time.
at this time. Our waitress comes over and goes, here's the happy hour menu. It's happy hour. It's 2:30 a.m. What fucking place, at 2:30 a.m. is
asked
running
her,
happy hour
We
deals?
asked you guys have happy hour right now? She's like, yeah. Like,
She's like,
what?
yeah, we got happy hour. It's like, so then Josh.
When is it not happy? That's what I want to know. When is it not happy hour in that place if you have it at fucking 2:30 a.m.? When is it not
Like,
happy
when is
hour?
it not happy hour? So then Josh looks at me and goes, dude, I mean, we might as well. Like,
Yeah.
we're already here. It's 2:30.
Yeah,
Might as
like,
well.
what?
So then we look at the happy hour menu and go, dude, these drinks are gross.
Yeah, the
So
ones,
then we end up
there were
ordering
like 4 drinks on the happy hour menu, and then
was like-
none of them
it was like
sounded
an
good.
old fashioned
Like a martini, yeah, like just a dirty martini. It was like a classic martini. Did not sound great right then. But you know what sounded good? A 64-ounce mudslide. That's what sounded good. That's what sounded good.
Oh.
So me and Mike ended up getting
Man.
64-ounce. They were probably 32 ounces. They were fucking massive. They were literally just milkshakes, chocolate milkshakes in a martini glass that was literally this big.
With too much vodka. And we've been drinking vodka cranberries, so there's acidity in our stomach. And Josh goes, dude, we got to get this thing called the mudslide. I said, fuck it, whatever. It was literally a 64-ounce martini glass with a chocolate milkshake and vodka in it, dude. It was
With a straw, like one of those cocktail straws that are literally the thinnest straws of all time.
Josh goes, we might need to get some real straws in this bitch.
Or a
dude."
spoon.
Like,
It's literally a fucking milkshake.
so we ordered 64-ounce milkshake martinis at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Waitress comes over to get our order. I'm fucking hammered, dude. The diner menu is literally like a Bible. Like, there's just too much stuff on it. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm way too drunk to be ordering food, but I spotted some pickle fries on the menu. Josh orders mushroom Swiss
Mushroom and
burger.
Swiss burger. It's probably like 3 o'clock by this time, too.
Yeah, it's definitely 3 o'clock. We've had a couple sips of the milkshake martinis. Our waitress definitely knows how fucked up we are. And now we're ordering, and Josh orders lunch, so I was really thrown off. Because I thought we were going to dial in for some breakfast at the diner, so then I kind of felt like I had to order lunch. But now it's my turn. I'm looking at the menu upside down. Had to turn the menu right side up. I ordered pickle fries, and when I say pickle fries, I think she repeated pickle fries back to me.
Yes.
But in my head, she said, okay, so the chicken tenders. And I looked at Josh, and I was kind of looking at him weird.
I was also just not listening at all. Like, literally at all. I was like, just
I looked
out of
at
my...
Josh confused, and she's looking at me, and I was like, yeah, the pickle fries.
Not the chicken tenders.
And she goes, yeah, the chicken tenders. In my head, she said, yeah, the chicken tenders.
Yeah, the chicken
So then
tenders.
I was like, okay, I'm just going to order my next thing. If we get chicken tenders, I'm going to chalk it to the game. So then, for whatever reason, I just folded like a lawn chair, and I ordered the grilled chicken focaccia sandwich.
Grilled chicken focaccia pesto sandwich. You thought a mushroom and Swiss burger was crazy.
with
With chicken full bites, right?
with a 64-ounce chocolate shake martini.
Yeah.
And after I ordered the sandwich I got, I just want to make sure, like, the pickle fries, not the chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Dude, this waitress looks at me and she goes, yeah, do you want chicken tenders? I go, no, just, I thought you said chicken tenders. And she was like, no, the pickle fries. And I was like, yeah, sir, I don't know what planet I'm on. So then she started laughing, so that was good.
Yeah.
But the chicken tender debacle was all time. She's like,
Yeah.
pickle fries? It's like, yeah, well, not the chicken tenders, the pickle fries. And then she did it again, and I was like, well, I just want to make sure not the chicken tender. We wanted pickle fries.
No,
to
yeah,
start.
yeah. Pickle fries came though.
Pickle fries game. They were so
They were
good.
actually amazing.
They were so good. Okay, fast forward. We end up back at the hotel.
I
Fucked
eat
up,
the
whatever.
entire burger in like literally 4 bites. It feels like.
Yeah, Josh inhaled the burger. I had 2 bites of my chicken pesto sandwich. It was fucking horrendous. We end up back at the hotel, asleep by 5 a.m. We wake up, ready to go. Mississippi State sucks soul. That was one of the worst bets of the century. Just hand up. Here we go.
Shout out.
It was never Mississippi State. That's how I started my morning. I knew it was going to go bad. Josh, Trent, and I ended up making a $400 lay late night. That ended up full fading. It started with Mississippi State money line. Also, the people want you to hand up about rat shit Mizzou. Your team sucks balls.
I mean, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Your team sucks balls.
What do you want me to do?
Just hand up.
I ain't putting my hand up for that team.
Dude, you got to hand up.
I can't hand up for that
You
team.
got to hand up.
That was one of the worst performances I've ever seen in my entire life.
I mean, you guys are bad.
Bad.
Like, that was a bad game.
Bad.
That was a bad product, bad game. And you were in timeout. I had you in timeout on Thursday.
Yeah.
And it was timeout to the point where, like, mom had to come get you.
No, that
Like-
was Saturday.
Like, that's how bad your timeout was.
Yeah.
Fast forward to Friday now. Friday. Yeah, we did not stream because we ended up being at the Peppermill, the Pep, till 4 a.m. and then woke up at 9, went down to the book, watched the first half of the Mississippi State game, went, I'm going to throw up because I know how bad this game is going to go, and I have $500 pending on this game alone. So I'm just going to go upstairs and watch from my room because I didn't want to watch around the group with that much money on Mississippi
Well, everyone
State.
had them too, so.
So I went back up to the room. There was no stream ever happening.
Yeah.
The rest of Friday, dude, in terms of just gambling, I just want to hand out for anyone that tailed was just a nightmare. I mean, that Akron game not going over was devastating. I feel like everyone in the world had that Akron game going over. And it really should have gone over. I don't like being that guy. But the fact that Akron just stopped scoring was, I mean, like, it has to be a bit. Like, that had to be a bit that they just, like, decided to stop scoring. Michigan State squeaked by Bryant. And by squeaked, I mean they won by 25. Which was a good game for them. Kentucky rolled, which, by the way, Kentucky might be the real deal right now.
Yeah.
Like, they look very,
They
very,
look
very,
good.
very,
Vanderbilt fucking melted against St. Mary's. They should have won that game.
Vanderbilt meltage. And then let's just give a quick shout out, dude. I feel like he hasn't gotten his flowers enough. I feel like we haven't done a great job of commending this person at Bookit for their performance. I really just want to give them their moment. Shout out Goots, man. The horrific tries that Goots put on Friday was actually all time. Shout out him and Rav collabing on Clemson first half.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Clemson ML.
Rarely gets his flowers.
Now let's go to Friday and let's give some more flowers out. Shout out Goots for Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
ML.
I also had them.
Shout out Grand Canyon spread. And let's just go one more for Goots. Shout out Lipscomb. Just want to shout out Goots there. I mean, just a Hall of Fame list of horrific tries out of
Hall
Goots.
of Fame.
Like, just horrific tries. Some of the worst tries in the tournament Goots was holding in his pocket. Keep in mind, the first game we watched was Wednesday, or was Friday altogether, and Goots had Creighton. First game of the tournament kicked off. That was the last time Goots went to the counter.
Yeah.
All weekend was Creighton. So just want to, like, Goots, just honestly, Hall of Fame, just horrific tries out of Goots on that Friday
That's
slate.
tough.
I do want to talk about one game, Josh, and a team that I just could not be more out on, and a conference that just time and time again makes me hate their fucking guts. I want to shout out Memphis for being the worst team in college basketball, and then I want to shout out the Mountain West for actually showing up this tournament after I literally put everything I had on the table for them last year. for them to not win a single game in the first round last year to then come out this year and beat me in almost every game that I faded them this year. So shout out to Mountain West. I officially hate that conference.
Dude, Colorado State's a damn good team.
They're good.
They're a good team.
They're very good. Shout out there, Queen, though. You're fucking junk. Colorado State, you're junk. Oregon looked way more dominant than I expected in that first game. And then, Josh, I feel like I was so sharp on them. And then for whatever reason, I talked myself out on them because I just wanted to believe in the Big East, which I think the Big East and the SEC have kind of established themselves as a little bit fraudulent in terms of the amount of teams that got knocked down, the amount of teams they had in.
At the same time, though,
think
like
the
when
Big
you
Ten
have
has
that
been a
many
nice
teams,
surprise.
though, you're gonna like they're not all gonna win.
Right, but I think everyone came into the tournament being like, man, the SEC might 4 teams in Final Four, which they still could.
I mean, they easily could.
But I think the Big Ten and Big 12 have been a nice surprise for the top half of those conferences.
Yeah.
But, man, how about that Ole Miss wagon, dude? They're still rolling, dude. And you know what the crazy part is? I saw it on Twitter yesterday, and I was talking to Lauren a little bit about it because she's a big Texas fan. I just got spit on because she's a big Texas fan. If Chris Beard is still at Texas, I think they have a national championship by now, dude. Like, the talent he could have got at Texas, and especially, like, you look at a guy like Trey Johnson, what Chris Beard could have done with Trey Johnson and what he's done with Sean Padula. And I'm not saying Sean Padula.
Respectfully, Padula, I would take
isn't
Padula 10 out of 10 times in a college basketball team over Trey Johnson.
Right, but Trey Johnson's a freshman, though, is my point.
No,
Sean
I know, yeah.
Padula's been around the block a couple times.
Same
I think
right
if you
now,
gave a freshman Trey Johnson to Chris Beard, who actually knows how to run an offense and not just run isolation, step-back threes, I think that Texas easily could have been in multiple Final Fours and potentially have a national championship just with how good of a coach Chris Beard is. And I think you're seeing it with this Ole Miss team. Like, they have great guys. Brakefield, Morrell, Padula, Dre Davis. That's a great team.
Isn't he married to someone that he shouldn't be married to?
I mean, Chris Beard assaulted his wife, and then they stayed together, is what happened. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but isn't his wife, like his brother's ex-wife?
No way. There's no way.
I think so.
There's no
I saw a tweet about it. It could be so wrong, but
way. There's no way.
I could be so wrong. But I think I'm right. But I think I'm right.
Wow. But
yeah, he married his brother's ex-wife.
That is so fucked up.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure his brother passed away too. Yeah.
All right, so Chris Beard, just all-time bad guy, all-time good coach.
Yeah, like all time.
Separate the art from the artist.
Literally, yeah. Like that's like the fact that he has jobs and like team.
No, he's a fucking scumbag.
That is
crazy.
yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that. I'm kind of out on him. I mean, I've been out on him, but he's just a great coach.
But that's
makes you like not want to give him credit for anything.
No, like no credit. Yeah.
Ole Miss looks good. What a scumbag.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What a scumbag.
Dude, I saw it and I was like, there's no way that that's true. Like, how do people not know about that?
Dude, if I passed away and my brother did that, I would come back and kill him.
Yeah.
In GTA.
Yeah.
I would somehow evaporate into a ghost and in GTA just ruin his life.
Yeah.
What a scumbag. All right, well, now I hope Ole Miss loses.
Twin brother also.
Wow. I mean, it gets worse all the time.
Yeah, I also think it's his twin brother.
Holy God.
Yeah.
Yay, lads, coming in dancing.
Also
on our grave.
crazy of her to do that.
Yeah, that's
both. When do Missouri and Montana play this weekend? I think they actually match up in women's softball. Go check it out.
Man, that's fucking brutal.
It's
yeah,
crazy.
Right, definitely
so
not.
Maybe we fade Ole Miss.
Yeah, definitely not rooting for Ole Miss
do
after
we
that one.
Fade Ole Miss?
I do want to hand up. Sorry for Xavier, everyone that tailed. I didn't know Illinois was going to come out and look like that. But shout out Sean Miller for getting the Texas job. I guess that's why we know why Xavier came out looking that bad. So.
I honestly think that is an unbelievable move for Texas, though. Unbelievable move. That actually moves needle.
I will say this, though. How about every player saying that they play with overinflated balls in March Madness? How annoying is that?
Dude, you can tell, too.
But how annoying is that?
It's so annoying.
We're going to try to have some guys on that got eliminated on the show for some interviews. I've been DMing some guys. First question we're going to ask them.
The ball.
Yeah. Is the ball really that different? And if it is, that needs to be fixed immediately.
Yeah. There's no reason. You can hear the difference. Unless there's like mics or different mics in these rooms than they are in the regular season. Like, you can hear the difference. Like, blatantly. When they miss a shot and it's a brick, it is so loud.
That just, like, needs to get fixed.
Yeah.
Like, needs to get fixed. Baylor sucks soul. New Mexico knocked out my Sweet 16 team, Marquette. So shout out that video that Josh and I put out of our long shots. The only team left is Maryland.
And they were the shortest of odds, I think, on the entire thing, maybe.
They were definitely the shortest odds in the entire thing, and it's to win it all.
No, I know. It's insane.
Like, what are we doing, dude?
Vanderbilt.
I said Marquette,
Akron.
first round loss.
I said Vanderbilt. I said Akron. I said fucking...
Everything other
I
than
don't even
Maryland,
know.
I said first round loss. Yeah. Didn't even get to 2 games. We were like, all they
All
have to
mine
do is
were
win
first
2
round.
games.
All mine are first round losses.
That was our reasoning. All they have to do is win 2 games. They couldn't even win 1. Not a single one of them could even win 1.
Yeah.
So Friday was a nightmare day. I do, however, want to shout out Danny Mahoney, dude. He is, I would consider him now one of my best friends.
He's the GOAT.
We literally were sweating with each other back-to-back days. He cooked a lay on Thursday that saved the entire day.
Really?
Like, he cooked 2 lays where he was just like, I'm thinking he was like, big spread, money line, over, under. 2 of them that smacked in the jaw saved my entire weekend on Thursday, or else I would have been down way more. So shout out Mahoney, who's sweating with us all weekend. Literally
He
fucking
loves
goated.
a good sweat.
Dude, he
It's
loves
so
a good
fun.
sweat. I also love sweating with Mahoney.
He's a great person.
I
to
love
sweat
sweating with
with.
Mahoney.
He loves...
And he's in chat. Let's go. What up, Danny?
He loves just giving up so early, then he
So
sucks him
early.
right back
Yeah,
in. It's
dude.
like everyone, though. It's just so
He
fun.
loves
It's so
coming
fun to
over
show
and
that
going.
we're
He
done.
loves
We're done.
coming over on an over under going. Wait, we're back on pace. It's like, yes, dude, get me back in there,
I love
dude.
it. I love it.
So we were sweating. We were sweating with Mahomes. But shout out Mahoney. He got us the hookup at XS.
Go.
So we got to go to XS and have a table. That was so cool Friday night. We're sitting there. His brother, by the way, killer set.
Yeah.
His brother is also a DJ. Killer set, dude.
Sick.
Some might say better than the main person
I did say that.
that went up there. I also said that. I just feel like his transitions were fucking goated. But we got to see Diplo live. That was really cool. Got to see Diplo live. That was really cool. Josh and I ended up doing a shot with Ronnie 2K. Shout out Ronnie 2K.
Shout out Ronnie 2K.
He's a big dude.
He is, yeah, he is very tall.
He's a big dude.
He could be in 2K.
He literally could be in 2K. I get it. You know what I mean? Like Ronnie 2K. Shout out big 2K, Ronnie 2K.
Yeah.
Big guy.
He's got to be like 6'6".
Josh went up to him and said, hey, our creators play 2K and they suck.
You got sliders? You put up sliders for Yapton?
So me and Josh, we go out on Friday. We go to XS. Everyone abandons Josh and I.
God.
Mahoney's very generous, and he lets you. He like will bring you up on stage for like 2 seconds just so you can like experience it and see what it's like. Which is just unbelievably kind.
So
by the way,
sick.
now that I think back on it, like that's just we should just not be in these scenarios
Yeah.
at any point in life. But really, really cool. We got to go up on stage and be like right behind Diplo, which is like unbelievable. You get to see what the DJ sees.
So
Which now I
sick.
understand why DJs want to be DJs. It's like unbelievable, dude.
Yeah.
You're clicking a button, moving a thing up and down, and then people just go fucking nuts. Peg a gifted tier 1 sub to Mahoney. Let's go.
Oh, come on. Let's go.
Yeah, unbelievable though. We got to like be behind Diplo. Super, 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 super cool. Somehow in the night, Josh and I end up in Diplo's private suite. Really cool. Those suites are insane,
They are
by
insane.
the way, dude. It is literally just a 3-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, it is.
Unbelievable. The
It's
view
so
was
sick, yeah.
insane. Like a view of the strip, insane. Private suite, so cool. Bunch of people running 2K in there. That's where
Yeah.
Josh told them that our creators play.
Yeah.
That our creators play 2K and they're junk.
Went to take a piss. Literally, the bathroom is where Caesar lived.
Unbelievable. Like I
It's
wouldn't be shocked
insane.
if that was Caesar's.
Yeah, it's
like
actually
actual palace.
insane.
Like that
It
could
is
have been
ins-
Caesar's actual
Just like
palace.
all white marble, the entire thing.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
crazy.
Like tub, shower, second shower, big bath. It was unbelievable. But so that was a once in a lifetime. Got to be in there. There was a full DJ playing a set.
Yeah.
Got to knuckle touch Diplo. That was cool. He was goated. But so then it's like 5 a.m. Friday night, it's 5 a.m.
It was
Josh and I got
that
up
like
at
spawned to 5 a.m. too.
Spawned.
Spawned to 5 a.m.
Spawned.
Like have no idea how it got that late.
Spawned to 5 a.m. Well, we didn't get to the club till 11:30, which I just, you know what I hate? I'm a day drinker. I want to start drinking at noon, be done by 5
same.
and in bed.
Well, same. I completely agree. But in Vegas, you gotta go out. That's
Yeah,
the
I mean,
thing,
you
is
got it.
gotta
But
go
I just
out.
hate like a late start. You know what I mean? Because then it's
I
like you're
agree.
getting going with a couple
dude,
and then it's 1 and you're
my
like, whoa, now I'm
first-
reaching the peak.
My first drink that night, I think, was at midnight when we got to XS.
Yeah, 100%. First drink. Yeah. And keep in mind, the vibes just were unbelievably high the entire time.
Yeah, they were.
Like we just started with sky high vibes and they just stayed through the entire night.
Yeah.
This is where it gets great. The rest of the Bookit gang went to play tables. Josh and I were at the club. It was Lone Survivor.
Yeah.
You just look to the guy to your left and you go, you're not leaving me. You look to the guy to your right, you go, you're not leaving me. And it was me and Josh.
Yeah.
So we end up doing all this really cool stuff. Diplo's private suite, super sick. Vibes are so high. It's 5 a.m. There was only one option, back to the pep.
Goots.
5 a.m. back to the pep. Josh goes, I'm on the horn with Goots. He's hungry. He's going to come to the pep with us.
Goots texted me 500 times while we're still at XS. Dude, are we going to the Peppermill? We going to the Peppermill? When are we going to the Peppermill? Not that many times. Probably like 4 times. But he wanted the mill so bad. So we had to do it for Goots.
Goots just needed the
We
mill.
had to do it for Goots.
Goots needed mill, and we were going to supply mill.
We needed
Keep
mill.
in mind, this is now me and Josh back-to-back mill nights.
Yeah.
And there's no world in which you should be hitting the mill back-to-back nights. There's no world. But it's 5 a.m. mill. This is a 5 a.m. mill. We had a 2 a.m. mill. This is now a 5 a.m. mill.
We get to the mill. Well, we had to find Goots for a second, too. Goots gets lost. He has no idea where the mill is. We found him. We find Goots. We walk into the
But
mill.
when you say lost, Goots was on the complete other side.
of the
And we go,
building,
Goots, what are you looking at right now? And he goes, I'm looking at this building.
I'm looking at the West Gate.
Yeah, I'm looking at the West Gate. And we go, Goots, you have to go literally all the way back through the casino, complete other side. And he was like, yeah, that makes sense. My map just went from a 5-minute walk to an hour and a half walk. We were like, yeah, head back through the casinos.
Mahoney goes, I had to exit at that time.
Yeah, we
Mahoney,
had to.
Mahoney, we tried to get Mahoney to come to the mill so many times.
Josh and I became mill salesmen. We were
Yeah,
like,
we were.
like, Mahone, just come get in the mill, dude. Just come get some breakfast, man. Just get in the mill. But he had to dip. That was probably the right decision.
Definitely the right decision.
Definitely the right decision. But go ahead.
But dude, we walk into the mill.
We collect the Goots.
We collect Goots. We walk in the mill. It's 5 a.m. The guys next to us literally are eating breakfast before their tea time. And we just got in there out of Diplo's fucking party. These guys literally have a tea time in an hour.
Can you pull up the photo of me at the mill?
I can find. I have to.
Do you want me to DM it to you?
Yeah, if you can.
I can DM it to you. Keep in mind, Goots is coming in off playing tapes. Josh and I are about as drunk as I've maybe ever been in my entire life. Yeah. And that trio is walking
Dude,
into
it's
the
because Mahoney had us take tequila shots, and that was
Which, by the way,
just-
Mahones, we're gonna have to talk about some things. I can't do tequila,
Neither
and when,
can I, yeah.
but when Mahones got you on the stage
have
and
to,
you're
yeah.
you're an arm reach away from Diplo, and he goes, "Yeah, we're doing shots." You got to be able to stare that dragon in the face and go, "Yeah, I'm getting this down."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
make no mistake, I almost ate a full lime. I was like, Josh, where are the limes? He brought the little plate over, took it, almost full lime in
Dude, the
mouth.
lime almost makes it worse. For
Yeah,
me. I don't
almost
know
makes it
why.
worse, yeah.
And they were just. I was telling Mike, just like a random water bottle on the table. I just stole it. I needed it so bad. Didn't care whose it was. I was taking it.
Oh, we also have the photo of us with Ronnie 2K.
Yes, we do.
Should we show that one? I don't think we need to show that one.
Here,
I think the mill is
Goots
just
and,
funny.
yeah, Goots and Mike with pickle fries.
This is all right. So before we get to this is us at the mill, 5 a.m. Goots up, so fat from the tabes. Me and Josh about as hammered as you could be, coming off of Diplo's private suite. Guys next to us getting ready for their tea time, eating breakfast. We walk in, get sat down at the mill. Our waitress comes over. For whatever reason, you could not look at also how hard I was laughing that photo.
You're dying. Yeah.
I was dying laughing that entire time. I don't even know that photo. I think was for Carmen.
Yeah, I think it was. Well, no, because I was telling you, I was like, dude, Carmen's literally gonna be awake in like 30 minutes, and we're fucking at the Peppermill. She's be like, what are you doing? I was like, I'll send her a picture.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, I was geeking, cheesing, and laughing. It was so good. All right, so this Wade LaBroche Braun trio is now at the Pep at 5:30 a.m. Our waitress comes over, gives us the menus. Josh and I, like shamans, trying to get Goots up a mountain. Go, Goots, there's only one drink we can get.
Yeah.
And it's a 64-ounce martini Mudslide.
And Mikey goes, we'll actually get the same drink as last night. And she goes, what?
Well, no. She comes over. The waitress comes over, and I go, we're back. so hammered, I go, we're back. And she kind of gave me like a weird look.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, maybe she just doesn't recognize us because we're in different clothes.
Yeah, sure.
And I go, no, we were here last night, remember? She goes, no. And I go, you were definitely our waitress last night. Like, now I'm getting a little stern. I wasn't like stern, but I was like, you were our waitress last night. Like, how do you not remember? And she goes, I didn't work last night. In my head, you couldn't convince me she didn't work. I go, no, you didn't.
I knew
You were working here.
Dude, for a fact, it was not our waitress.
From your point of view, what was that conversation like?
I was like, dude, you are. Our waitress on Thursday night was a white girl. Our waitress on Friday was a Hispanic girl. They literally looked nothing alike, like different nationalities. Like literally nothing alike. Nothing alike.
And I hit her
I
with
was
the,
dying
we're back.
laughing. I was dying laughing. We're back. Literally nothing alike. It was so funny.
She was like, I didn't work last night. I was like, dude, yes, you did. We were sitting right there. She was like, no, I didn't work last night. I was like, oh. Couldn't convince me otherwise. But then I was like, we're going to take 3 mudslides and an order of pickle fries, not the chicken tenders. Also didn't hit because she had no idea about the chicken tender lore.
Bit,
Yeah.
She didn't know the chicken tender bit.
So now we're sitting there, 64-ounce mudslides, 5:30 a.m., bowl of pickle fries, just geeking as hard as I've ever laughed in my entire life because now Josh is making fun of me. Goots is walking in, sitting there, just witnessing like me tell this waitress we're back and her being like, I didn't even work last night.
We're talking about the trees growing out of the floor. They literally, I think they built the building around the forest. That's literally what it feels like. They just built it around the forest.
And then we just started lighting up the guy's neck so it was on fire privately.
You can definitely hear us.
Look at these fucking losers getting ready for their tea time, dude.
It's literally 6 o'clock. Yeah.
But then we're ordering. Josh goes back to the well with the mushroom Swiss burger.
No. What did
He
I
definitely
get?
did.
No, I didn't get any food. I didn't eat anything. I just got the mudslide. I didn't eat that night because I was like, that mushroom and Swiss burger made me feel like dog shit.
Wait, are
next
the
morning.
mudslides not in that photo, Josh?
No, we didn't get them yet. I don't think.
Are you sure? Because the pickle fries are there. How would we have gotten the pickle fries, no mudslide?
Are they in the? No, they're not in the photo. We didn't get them yet.
What?
'Cause that's all I got.
That's such a bummer.
Yeah.
Maybe
You
the
took a picture of
photo-
me and Goots, right?
No, Goots took a photo of me and you.
Oh. No. How do we both get in that picture? We were across the table.
Where's Goots' photo? Let me go to Goots' text real quick because I'm pretty sure there's a photo of something funny in there.
Well, dude, the
Yeah,
drinks.
dude, they're in this one.
They
They're in
are,
this
yeah.
one.
Send it to me.
They're in this
These aren't even the big ones either. For some reason, they were smaller the second night.
Yeah,
The
guys.
first night, they were literally a fishbowl.
Guys, this is POV your Goots at the mill with Josh and Mikey.
Oh, that picture.
This
That
is
picture's-
POV your Goots at the
it's
mill. Josh and
sideways.
Mikey just left Diplo's private suite.
The sideways picture.
Josh and Mikey just left Diplo's private suite at the mill with the fish bowls of chocolate milkshake martinis.
So stupid.
So now we're ordering. Josh didn't get any food. I forget what Goots got.
Goots. Oh, what did Goots get? Goots got such a Goots thing.
I forget what he
Goots,
got.
what did you get? It was such a Goots meal. Such a Goots meal. All American burger. The most Goots meal of all time. Goots goes, can I build my own burger? Can I just get a cheeseburger with lettuce, tomato, and ketchup? And she goes, so just a cheeseburger?
Goots asked to build the burger, built the cheeseburger.
She goes, yeah, we have ketchup on the table. That's it. You're good.
She goes, the ketchup's on the table though. That's okay? He goes, yeah, that's fine. I feel so bad for this waitress. We were so
it's
fucked
so
up.
good.
Josh says, I'm not eating food. And I was like, you're not going to eat? And then explain that because the burger he ate last night made him feel like a piece of shit. He's just going to have the milkshake bowl martini.
Yeah, because that was not why I felt like shit. It was definitely the burger.
and then Goose asked.
Don't forget the bacon. I forgot he got bacon.
Goose asked to custom build a burger, built a cheese bacon burger.
Just whatever the normal cheeseburger was that they already had on the menu. He built that.
And then gets to me. The night before, I had completely folded and gotten a grilled chicken. I'm crying laughing.
Yeah,
thinking
I
about
am
Goots.
too. Yeah, that was so
Goots
funny.
had me dead all weekend, dude. And then it gets to me. I had shit down my leg the night before with a chicken focaccia sandwich. I decided to go for breakfast. And I was going to get, what was I going to get? I was going to get like the huevos rancheros. And you were like, dude, stop.
No, you were gonna get something way crazier than that. Something way crazy. I forget what you were gonna
I
get.
said the most like absurd omelet on the menu, and then Josh was like, "Dude, stop." Like,
And you asked the lady, "Is that good?" And she's like, "No."
yeah, she was like, "Don't get that," and I was like, "Okay." I'm gonna do just like a classic. I forget
Denver.
what it was. It was a Denver omelet.
Denver omelet.
Food comes over. Goots' cheeseburger. Gives Goots a cheeseburger. Dude, I should have taken a photo of it. She puts down my plate. And I'm not even kidding you. This is a real conversation I had with the waitress. It looked like they took the mold of a full NFL-sized football
Literally.
and cracked enough eggs to fill the mold and then made it into an omelet. There was a football-sized omelet on my plate. And when she put it down, I literally went, holy fuck. That is massive.
And then I was like, how many eggs is that?
Yeah.
And she goes, 10?
She goes, no. You go, how many eggs are in there? And she goes, yeah, we do 10 eggs. And I go, that's an absurd amount of eggs. And she literally looks at us and goes, yeah, it's a little too many eggs.
10
It's a little too many eggs. And I literally looked at her, I was going, am I supposed to eat this? Like, how am I supposed to eat 10 eggs? And she goes, yeah, it's too many
feel like
eggs. She was agreeing. She's like, it's too many eggs.
Like a big omelet is like 4. Like that's a big omelet.
Yeah.
Like 3, I feel like is like the perfect amount.
Like I want you guys to go home and make a
eggs?
4-egg omelet and be like, wow, that's a big omelet.
It's a
and
lot.
then imagine 10 eggs.
Yeah. Dude, it was literally, I don't even know how you cook it through. Like how did it
With a
get cooked
side of
through?
home fries. I literally looked at a guy, I didn't need the home fries. It's so much egg. I didn't even need the home fries.
Yeah, gotta be like $60.
Dude.
They the mill might have taken more money from us than the sports books did.
Yeah, the mill ran us dry.
They did.
But so we took Goots' mill virginity, and he had the mill.
Yeah.
It was so good.
So good.
Yeah. Also, let's just quick shout out to the Bookit community that showed up.
Shout out.
Shout out Ron Muck. Shout out Malik. Shout out PP Guru.
Shout out Guru.
Shout out all the boys. Shout out
Puts.
Puts. Shout out all those boys that showed up and sweat with us all weekend. Happy we got into the section that last day. I apologize if my vibes are down. I was down a lot of coin, and I just needed to be to myself.
Shout
I
out,
ran
boys.
out of social battery, and I was down a lot of coin, so I became a recluse.
Feel that?
Also, especially after that, we didn't get back from the mill until like 7 a.m., keep in mind.
We got back at 6:30 because I literally remember Carmen texting me at 6:30 and then FaceTimed her. Then I was like, I lost every single bet. Give me a play today. She gave me Creighton and BYU. BYU had Creighton.
I remember you being like, yo, Carmen's on the phone. I was like, what up?
Yeah. So you should take Creighton. Well, after she gave me Creighton, you were already asleep. I was like, fuck, I was going to tell him to take Creighton tomorrow because I knew I was not waking up to place that
Yeah,
bet.
there's no chance. There's literally no chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then now we're on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Saturday is where the games got a little freaky, and I feel like now we can finally talk about some games.
Yeah.
I really, in my heart of hearts, thought that Creighton was going to go on a little run here. I thought if there was a team that could match up really well with Creighton, I thought it was going to be, or with Auburn, I thought it was really going to be Creighton. And dude, I would have just loved if Kalkbrenner, Neal, and Ashworth went on a little run because that just like is such a March Madness trio.
Yeah.
Creighton kept it close the whole game, but I think we've talked about it all year. The thing that makes a really good college basketball team is a team that can be in a close game and then run away with it at the end and be the team that just outlasts and has more quality down the stretch. And that was just Auburn, dude. Like, this was just a classic. Auburn was kind of in a tooth and nail, punch each other in the face, lose an arm, lose a leg battle, and outlasted Creighton and just showed that they're the much better team. And this win gave me a lot of confidence in Auburn that I had been losing going into the tournament. So now having them in my Final Four feels very, very, very reasonable.
Yeah, 100%.
Not that it wasn't reasonable before, but like I told you guys, I just felt a little bit off going into the tournament for some reason with those guys. But now I'm feeling very good on them. Dude, how about that Gonzaga cover?
How about it?
I feel like I was getting a lot of hate for the Gonzaga take. But, dude, they kept it way closer than I thought with Houston. Houston is just such a good team, dude. If Houston has had over-unders of 130, 126 all year, and then have to score 81 to beat Gonzaga, I think that shows you how good this Gonzaga team was. And I just, like, Khalif Battle, dude, just did exactly what I said he was going to do. And those kind of takes just feel good when you believe in a kid, and then he just shows up on the biggest stage and just, like, gets the respect from the Houston coach to be like, dude, that kid Khalif Battle, like, him going to Gonzaga tells me that he values winning. Yeah. Like, a lot of guys hit the portal and they just want to go somewhere they get touches, and him going to Gonzaga and having to earn those touches shows me that he cares about winning, and that's how he was crying at the end. And Khalif Battle really, like, willed them to one win and then a cover. But also, I just want to talk about, dude, if I have a son that wants to be a point guard, you have to show him the way Ryan Nembhard plays. Like, he might only get 6 assists, but the space that he creates and the way that he just quarterbacked Gonzaga to come back in that game, like, he might not make the pass that leads to a basket, but he makes the movement happen to where his pass opens up a pass, is what I really learned from watching Ryan Nembhard. And he is just, in my head, the perfect college point guard. Like, the amount of times you could tell he gets a play given to him by the coach, walks up the floor, sees what's happening, and like almost quarterback fashion audibles out of it and starts moving guys by himself and getting looks by himself for other people. And by looks, I mean like, all right, I'm going to move Graham to the low block. I'm going to call a high screen here. I'm going to throw it down to Graham because I know Khalif's going to be open on the opposite wing, and I know that Graham can make that pass. He did that 3 or 4 times. And I was just sitting there watching, like, genuinely amazed at how good of a point guard he is. And I just really wish this Gonzaga team could have taken down Houston, but this Houston team is so good. Emmanuel Sharp is gross. LJ Cryer is fucking gross. Like, they have the building blocks to potentially run away with this natty if they just match up well with the teams that they're going to have to play. How about Crank and Hog, dude?
How about Hog cranked?
I saw a Big Cat tweet, and I couldn't have agreed more. That is a classic of Calipari's at Kentucky loses that game by 15.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, like, he's just got a squad now at Arkansas that it feels like doesn't have that lottery pick guy or those 2 lottery pick guys like last year with Reed Shepherd and Rob Dillingham that are just going to chuck shit up just because they're lottery picks. Like, it feels like it's the first time Calipari has a team of guys that are 4 and 5 stars, but there's no one guy that wants to be the guy, which is good. And Trayvon Brazil has just been an absolute enigma coming into the tournament, doing nothing all year and now just being unstoppable on the offensive boards, defensive boards, and even just on defense, shot blocking as well, dude.
Yeah, fuck that guy, though.
Yeah, I mean, but we were on the Johnnies, my national champion losing the second round. Dude,
I actually had that. I had Arkansas. I remember building the bracket. I had them winning a couple games.
New revelation.
About the only good call I've had.
New revelation that's been tough for me to deal with, though. How about this one? Because my TikTok bracket went so viral, and I genuinely believed in that bracket so much, I think it ended up on a lot of people's pages that were just trying to figure out how to make a bracket for March Madness. I think it's sitting at 17% right now, one of the worst brackets potentially in America. Did not realize how many moms' feeds it made it on. My DMs is now full of moms saying, I used your bracket in my works bracket pool, and I'm in last place. I've gotten 9+, and it's moms. And I have to respond to every single one just going, I'm so sorry. Like, I really thought I had dialed in for this one.
I haven't even looked at my bracket a single time.
Dude, it's moms. It's all, like, working moms. So it must just popped up on, like, For You pages of people that, like, want to learn about March Madness, and I just fed them potentially one of the worst brackets of all time. And if you go in the comments, every single comment that's like, this is ruining my company bracket, it's all just working moms. So, like, I'm just in a spot right now where I'm having to defend myself against the mom army that just wanted to put a bracket in. Mikey Over just ended up on their page. And I feel like if there's one community I don't want to be mad at me, it's the working moms. Because make no mistake, I put them Swifty level, they'll end your career. So make no mistake, I'm fighting on the front lines in my DMs right now against people that use my bracket in their work company bracket pool that are now having to explain that they got their bracket off TikTok from Mikey Overs. And it was one of the worst brackets of all time. And I just apologize. Hand up. That's on me.
Sure.
That's on me.
Dude, I'm actually... So my picks have been pretty ass early, but I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5...
Cool,
5
man.
teams.
Cool.
Right now, so 5 out of the 8 I have winning the next round. So, like, they're, like, in still.
Cool.
Only 32%, though. It's not
No, it's cool, man. 2 of my Final 4 are already out at home in Cabo.
What is my Final 4?
Guys, no milfs, dude. They're working moms.
My Final 4 is Auburn.
Chad is just so horny.
It's the full SEC.
Okay.
It's the Auburn, Florida, Bama, Tennessee. All still alive.
Josh, I'm really happy for you, but I don't think you understand. Like, almost every video in my bracket has 1 million views. Like, I ruined people's March with my bracket.
But the bracket thing, it's like putting together a bracket doesn't I don't think it really moves needle.
I think it moves
the
needle
bets,
when
I feel like
two of the
bets-
Final Four and the national champion are dead in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, but not when I feel like bets matter more than that.
Not to the working class moms.
Yeah, but the working class
that
moms
really only care about their bracket.
The working class moms on those fucking work brackets are putting in $0. They're probably playing for a fucking Dunkin' Donuts gift card.
It just means more. Dude. They need that Dunkin' Donuts gift card, and I fucking ruined it for them. They want
Just
that.
letting down.
They want that Dunkin' Donuts gift card more than I want to hit like Gonzaga plus 5.5. Like, and I ruined it for them because I fucking had Gonzaga and St. John's. And I just want to talk about this really quick.
Letting down the moms of America.
I just want to, literally Mikey Over's letting down the moms of America. And I just want to talk about this really quickly too with that St. John's team. I have never been more disappointed in one, refereeing. The fact that they fouled out Kadari Richmond on that last foul when that was literally teach tape defense. He jumped up straight with his hands up, and the contact is the guy jumping into him, and they both move backwards. Fouling out Kadari Richmond in that fashion was embarrassing. So I think that was unbelievable. Like, that should have never happened. He should have never been off the floor. But also, if you're Kadari Richmond, you need to have better discipline in that game, knowing how important you are to that team and to not be in that kind of foul trouble. But it also felt like the refs were calling ticky-tack, which Calipari-Patino should not be a game in which the refs try to control the game.
Yeah.
And they tried to fully control that game with ticky-tack fouls, and you're shooting free throws every other possession, it felt like. Other than that, I don't like, because I think there's something to say about, I've never played Division I basketball. I've never played athletics at a high level. I don't know what it takes. I don't know what it's like to be in that moment. I don't know what the pressures are like. I've never done anything that equates to making it to that level of basketball or to that level of athletics. So everything I say here, grain of salt. I've never been more disappointed with a performance like RJ Lewis, dude. And it's not just that he went 3 for 17. It's just that the frustrating part was you could tell he wasn't that upset when he got benched. And it felt like when Patino gave him that last chance in the second half before he subbed him out fully for that European guy, his shot selection felt like he had already given up. And it was like maybe a 5-point game. And you're the guy, dude. You hit massive go-ahead buckets in the Big East Championship in the conference tournament. Like, just his attitude killed me, dude. Like, it felt like he was the guy on the floor that when you're, and I was rooting fully for St. John's. Like, I might as well have been a St. John's alum. It just felt like he was the guy, especially with Kadari Richmond in foul trouble. Like, Davion Smith and Aaron Scott were giving it their all, but they haven't been the guys all year. Or Davion Smith and Aaron Scott, they were giving it their all. They haven't been the guys all year. Davion Smith has had some games. The guys have been Kadari and RJ. And when Kadari is in foul trouble and on the bench and it turns into RJ's team where he kind of really has to drive that boat, yeah, you're in a shooting slump, but let's do stuff that gets you out of that shooting slump. Like, he still took just jocked threes that are contested. Yeah. He took middies on the baseline where it looked like he didn't even care if it went in or not. Like, go to the hole, get fouled. You know they're calling fouls, or at least play hard defense. I think the reason why Patino ended up sitting him for that entire 4-minute stretch is because not his offensive output of being 3 for 17. On the defensive end, it didn't even look like he wanted to try.
Yeah, that's what it was.
He was
That's
letting Boogie Flynn do whatever he wanted. And it's like, dude, if you're not going to make buckets at the other end, do what guys like Aaron Scott and Davion Smith are doing. Dude, Aaron Scott, I've never gained more respect for a player in a 3-minute span in my entire life than Aaron Scott at the end of that game. Him and Davion Smith were the only two guys that never said die. Aaron Scott was trying to pickpocket, put his body in front of every pass, try to take charges, trying to block every shot. Like, that's what you have to do. And yeah, Aaron Scott might have missed like a go-ahead 3. He missed a really easy layup. But as a person watching that game, rooting for them, you couldn't be mad at him because at least on the other end, he's giving you everything he had. Like, RJ Lewis just sitting on the bench, not being frustrated, not trying to get back in the game is the reason why St. John's crumbles and Maryland comes back and wins. And it's really just a mindset and it's confidence and it's a mindset to want to be a killer in GTA. And that's why when Kevin Willard goes in the huddle in the Maryland game with 4 seconds left and goes, "Who wants the ball?" And Derek Queen, a freshman, can stand up and go, "Give me that motherfucker." And he goes, "All right, you got to just go strong to the hole." And he gives Derek Queen the ball and he drives the home, wins the game for them. Is the difference between that and RJ Lewis completely giving up and just being okay with sitting on the bench with 4 minutes to go with your season on the line.
Yeah.
And it was just so disappointing and frustrating, like believing in them and having them as my national champion and just watching them go out like that.
Also, I mean,
that was a really long rant.
Will this go down as, is this the worst 3-point shooting game of all time?
Yeah.
Like
4 for
combined?
21?
Dude, they went 2 for 22, St. John's, and Arkansas went 2 for 19.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
They shot a combined 19%.
Horrendous.
Like, that is it. That has to be the worst shooting game of all time.
Horrendous.
There's no way that there's been worse.
Genuinely horrendous. Like
4
genuinely
total
horrendous.
threes.
Other than that, though, the funniest game of the day was Michigan Texas A&M. So Goots and I, we decided to start a series on Twitter. Hopefully everyone tapped in because it was one of the funnier series I've ever done on Twitter. Goots was putting up Hall of Fame bad tries, like horrific tries. Hadn't visited the counter since Creighton. And so I was like, all right, Goots, here's what we're doing. We're waking up Saturday, and you and I are going to tail every straight bet together. And we are going to get out of the red, and it's going to be you and me against everybody else. And by everybody else, I mean the Bucks. So Goots and I wake up, first wager of the day. Goots makes the call, Texas A&M -3. They're covering the entire time. But everyone wanted to go to Caesars to go to Culture Kings because they have some cool hats and they got cool sports gear. So we leave at half of the A&M Michigan game, and A&M's up 4. Keep in mind they were covering 90% of the game. We're walking around the mall. It's me, Goots, Krabs, Jovan, Dave, Rev.
Lauren.
No.
No?
No.
She didn't go?
No. That group.
Shot.
That group. So we're walking around the Caesars Mall. We're going to Culture Kings. I'm checking the score. I'm like, okay, we're going not too bad. Looking good. And keep in mind the whole time, like, Goots, like, there are murmurs between Goots and I of, we might get one here. We might get one here. We go into Culture Kings. It was almost as though the minute we stepped in Culture Kings, Josh, A&M stopped playing basketball. Like, it was as if after looking at, which, by the way, so I have 2 dreams, guys. I have 2 dreams. The one dream is I make enough money in Vegas that I can go buy the green Air Force One off-white shoes, the green ones. And they were $1,000 last year. Went in the store this year, Josh, $2,500. They went up $1,500.
Yeah, it's not going to go down because
so now I'm going to have to figure out a way.
Shoes like that, when there's like a very small amount of them and they sell, people will just end up keeping them. They're just like less that are being sold. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm in shambles because $1,000 was so doable last year. $2,500, I'm gonna have to like up units and hit a massive lay if I want to buy those shoes. They might be $5,000 next year.
They might be.
So we might be in a spot where I'm never gonna get those shoes, and it's really gonna ruin my life and day because I just have a dream of hitting a massive wager, going in that store and going, give me those shoes.
Dude, I got those Red October Yeezys when I was in high school. I sold them for $3,500. They're worth $30,000.
I mean, yeah, you're a bot. You're a bot.
It was sick though, getting $3,500 in high school.
Yeah, I mean,
On
it's
a
sick. Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want with that
literally,
money.
yeah, it was dope.
But so we went in the shoe store, we're looking at shoes, and then we were like, all right, let's go to Culture Kings. The minute we step in Culture Kings and Goots grabs a new Orioles hat, Texas A&M stops playing basketball. We spent, Josh, I thought this was going to be a quick trip. I thought it was going to be a quick trip in and out. I was like, we'll be back to watch them ball. We spent what felt like 2 hours in Culture Kings. We stepped in Caesars and we didn't leave after like 4. Like, make no mistake. The thing about Dave, the kid takes his time shopping.
He'll be taking his time.
I am an in and out shopper.
So am I.
I walk around. I'll miss 90% of the items because I got news for you. I'm in and fucking out. Yeah. I'm walking through first glance. If I don't see anything, I'm out.
I like that too. I think I'll never buy anything unless like I see it. I'm like, holy shit, that's sick. You know what I mean? Like right away.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll never buy anything that I don't just like love right away.
And this group, dude, sauntering around Culture Kings. I've never seen anything like it. Every aisle, every t-shirt, every color, every hat. There's 300 hats. I looked at every hat 4 times. That's how long we were in there. And I'm not buying anything because I don't have units. Mine and Goots' thing is supposed to be getting the units back, but somehow Goots has enough to buy 2 Orioles hats. So I'm sitting here looking weird at my guy in my trench going, where'd you get that extra pistol? Because I got news to you. We only got 1.
Is that Dave in chat? I'm like, yeah, but you call my lawyer.
No, that's Goots. He bought a shirt that said call my lawyer, and then every time I'd bitch at him, he'd go, I'm like, call my lawyer. And then I go, Goots, you don't have money to afford the lawyer. If I call that lawyer and put him where he's charging you per hour, you're broke. But it is a sick shirt. But also, everyone made great purchases. Like, there wasn't a purchase that I looked at and went, wow, that's a horrible purchase. But I will say this, though. Hysterical. Shopping around Culture Kings with the cast of BTL. Sharpest shoppers in the world. Dude. They're
Sharpest
just sharp shopping, dude.
What do you mean?
They shop sharp.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I just kept saying it to them. There was like a little side room and they all were in there and they were all looking at different racks. I go, dude, look at this. They're just sharpest shoppers in the world, dude, right now. They're just sharp shoppers. They're shopping sharp. They're shopping the sharp way. But yeah, so we spent 4 hours in Caesars, dude. While we walk out of Culture Kings, Josh.
Is it actually 4 hours?
Dude, just wait. It was probably 2.5 hours.
Okay, that's so long.
In the Caesars Mall. Josh, we walk out. Right as we walk out of Culture Kings, Michigan has a 2-point lead. Now I'm sitting out by, it's called the Aquarium World.
Yep.
In the
By
middle.
cheesecake.
Yeah, by cheesecake. I'm like, where's Goots? Because now I need to bitch. Like, this is Goots' play. I need to all-time bitch. Goots finally comes out. I go, yo, Goots, Michigan's up 9.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan now takes a 9-point lead. We have A&M -3.
Yeah.
Michigan takes a 9-point lead, and here comes Jovan. Just a horrific try. Just a horrific try. But now we've shattered Goots' mental. And Goots comes out with an all-time line. He goes, dude, all we have to choose between is 2 buttons. How can we not click the right button?
I know, it's so easy.
It's so easy. When you boil down gambling, you're clicking one of 2 buttons.
Yeah.
And the amount of times that me and Goots just click the wrong button is insane. But so, Josh,
Next year, let's flip coin on every first round game.
Yeah, well, let's do it.
For spread, we flip coin.
I can't go anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. We just
Can't
flip
go
coin.
anywhere. So, Josh, now we're officially departing Caesars. We walk around the mall for a little bit longer, and we are now departing Caesars. And keep in mind, I'm bitching about A&M the whole time to the point where Krabs comes up and he goes, "You're a little bit of sourpuss. Like you're bitching." And I was like, "Krabs, you have no idea what bitching is. Just wait until another bet doesn't come through because I got news for you. I also had me and Goots take Creighton." So while A&M is simultaneously banging us out, Creighton is selling the spread away. So we're about to go 0 for 2.
Yeah.
Josh, we finally get outside, and I'm ready to be back at Fontainebleau. I'm ready to be back home. I'm ready to be back at the Mecca. I'm ready to be back at Fontainebleau. Dave calls the Uber. We get in the Uber Black. A&M officially. Score settles. We lose by 10. I'm in rat urine.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, oh, where's the Uber going? Pulls off the strip and stops in a random street. Keep in mind, I'm a small guy. When we get XLs, I'm in the way back in the middle.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
You're not seeing much.
I'm a piece of gabagool between bread. Like, I got no room to breathe. So I can't see shit. The windows are blacked out in the back. I can't see out the front. We step out of this Uber, Josh. I am in rat in A&M piss. Creighton is selling fucking soul to the point where soul has never been sold before. And I'm coming off a nightmare day yesterday. I haven't seen counter in hours. And we were at the mill till 5 a.m.
Yeah. 6:30.
Josh, I step out of this. And keep in mind, there's been no communication. So I have no idea why we're getting out. I think maybe the card bounced.
Yeah.
I think maybe we're at the wrong. I think
sorry, guys, you got to get out.
I think maybe we already spawned at the Fontainebleau. Maybe this guy just knows his way around Vegas. Maybe he's a goat. Josh, I step out of this Ube, get hit by the Vegas sunlight. I'm in A&M urine. I am in Creighton urine. I look up. Oh, what do I see? A fucking Macy's. And make no mistake, I will bitch.
Yeah.
And there's been no communication on that we were going to a fucking Macy's.
A mall.
We were just in a Caesars mall where I think the average value of every store in there is probably $2 million worth of gear. And I'm sitting in A&M urine looking at the most beat up Macy's I've ever seen in my entire life. Turn around and go, what are we doing here? why am I in A&M urine in front of a Macy's right now in Vegas? Like, what am I doing? No communication still. And now we're just walking into the mall. We're walking into the Macy's. I'm in urine from A&M looking at a beat up Macy's going into a beat up Macy's. We exit Macy's into the mall. Dude, this has to be the worst mall in America. Like, I've never seen...
Fashion Show Mall?
Dude,
That's where you guys went? It's not that bad.
It might have...
The fashion show?
It might as well have been a mall in fucking Afghanistan.
Dude, I think that...
It looked...
You guys couldn't have gone to the fashion show.
It looked like every shop was first gen. Like it looked like I wouldn't be shocked if I went into McDonald's and they had the tree and the playpen still.
That would be
like
sick.
it looked like every shop was first gen.
Mahoney, they were at the fashion show. It's not that bad.
Dude.
It's not like, I mean, it's not like the nicest mall ever,
I'm
but it's
walking
not
next I'm walking next to Jovan in Rat Urine, and even Jovan is going, this might be the most rat mall of all time. Like this is horrific product mall.
Yeah, Mahoney, there's no way. But they were there because they went to Diesel. They literally.
No, we didn't go to
No,
Diesel.
Dave wanted to go to Diesel, and Diesel's at the fashion show. I know that.
But so this is the first time that we have been communicated on why the fuck I'm in this dusty ass mall in Urine. Already couldn't spend money at the Caesars Mall. Why am I in a new mall?
Here, wait, maybe you guys were on a different one.
Dave finally goes, all right, I'm going to go to Diesel. I go, we came all the way to Las Vegas, went to the Caesars Mall just to go to Diesel in another mall. We're going on 3 hours, 4 hours not being at the hotel anymore. So now we're like, all right, Krabs had to step in because I think he could tell I was boiling. And he was like, all right, we're going to go find food. Dave, you go to Diesel. We get up to the 3rd floor.
This is how I know it's a fashion show, Mahoney.
We get up to the 3rd floor of this mall. Keep in mind, I'm already in fucking rat urine. I've already had to walk through the most busted up Macy's of all time. I just want to be home. I just want to be home at the Fountain Blue at March Mania sweating my beds. We get to potentially one of the worst food courts I have ever laid my eyes on. And I don't mean that facetiously.
That I'll give you. It is the worst. I mean,
there was... Normally a food court in a mall is fucking huge.
Yeah.
It was what I would imagine the airport... No, it was. The airport in Providence, Rhode Island.
There's 4 places there.
There's 4 places.
Yeah.
3 of them. No, there's 5 places.
They're Chinese.
Three
They're
of
all
them,
Chinese places.
3 of them are off-brand places. It's like,
but there's like
Uncle Louie's sandwiches.
But they have, I'm pretty sure there's 2 pandas. Like there's like a panda, then like an off-brand panda right next to it.
There's 3 off-brands, and then there's Panda and Popeyes.
Yeah.
And I'm standing next to Jovan, and he goes, there's a culture battle happening inside my head right now, and I don't know who's going to win. And this is where it happens. Josh, this is where it happens. I'm in A&M urine. I'm in Creighton urine. Like all-time urine.
Yeah.
Goots and I haven't hit a wager yet, and we were like back against the wall. We're hitting every wager day. We're 0-2. We go from Caesars to a dusty Macy's to potentially the worst food court of all time. Me and Krabs, literally in 72 hours, go from Poppy Steakhouse to Popeyes.
Yep.
Like it was, you can't imagine being at the top of barrel, how quickly Krabs and I were at the bottom of barrel.
I mean,
from Poppy to fucking Popeyes.
the worst part is too is that you want to go to the OVO store so bad, and you were literally right next to it, and you didn't go.
The lack of communication on that mall trip has led me to never want to do it again.
I wish I was there. I was out with my parents that day, but I wish I was there to show you guys where to go.
All right, from Poppies to Popeyes. That's what I would call this trip. Literally from Poppies to Popeyes, me and Krabs are collabing out of Popeyes in potentially the worst food court of all time.
Yeah, that sucks.
Potentially worst food court of all time.
Popeyes is gas then.
You're not getting it. You're not getting it.
Well, I get it, but it is gas.
You're not getting it.
I'm getting it. You're in rat, and you were eating a beef case, and now you're eating
Dude,
Popeyes.
from beef case to tender meal. Do you know how far you got to fall? Do you know how far you got to fall?
The tender meals are crazy.
Everyone else got Panda too. Me and Krabs are collabing at Popeyes after being at Poppy 72 hours before. But Josh, we get back to the hotel. We get back to Fountain Blue. Me and Goots, we do hit one wage, which was the over. So now we're sitting on Gonzaga, who's losing by 15. We're sitting on Tennessee. And we're sitting on Wisconsin. And keep in mind, make no mistake, Goots and I ate juice for the ML. He was like, all right, I really like Wisconsin. And I was like, all right, we'll take Wisconsin. And he was like, do we take the -1 or the ML? And I go, dude, we got to take the ML. The whole time, Wisconsin is down 15. Goots keeps going, we paid for juice. We paid for juice. But so, dude, we get back to Fountain Blue. Goots and I are actually in rat. And Goots disappears during the sweat. And I text him, I go, where are you? He goes, I'm rage nuking the wheel. So I was like, all right, I'm coming. I'm now going to tell you guys how me and Goots broke things. Because people have been spending eons, decades, since the creation of the Las Vegas Strip, trying to discover how to dethrone Vegas. And Goots and I discovered exactly how to do it. After losing a quick 100 on the wheel, we decide to go on a journey across the casino to find a slot that will pay. Now, I hope you guys are listening. Hope you write this down. There is a slot in the Fontainebleau lobby known as Buffalo Ultimate Stampede. And it comes with a stampede meter that if you get it to bust,
If you get in that thing,
you can literally dethrone Vegas. So Goots and I sit down at the Buffalo Stampede meter, Ultimate Stampede. I'm down to my last $40, dude. My last $40. That little green bar you see below those stampeding buffaloes. If you just get that bar to bust, you get to do the ultimate stampede. I turned $40 into $854.
insane.
We literally broke Vegas. Me and Goose, back to back, making those meters bust. Broke Vegas.
Yeah.
Dude. We were going up unlimited coin.
It is crazy when you get the bus.
And then we would leave, and then we'd be like, dude, we have to break
go
Vegas.
back,
We have to go back and break Vegas again, dude. Me and Gooch were literally like those people you walk in the casino and you see those people, just no soul, just clicking button. And I swear to God, if you walked by us, you would have thought we were the most demented people in the casino because all me and Gooch kept saying, we're like, oh, she's gonna bust. And it was just trying to get that meter to bust.
Yeah.
But Gooch would go up and then go down because make no mistake, what that meter will do sometimes, it'll edge max you. It'll edge max you, and it'll get all the way to the end, and you'll get the things that are supposed to make it bust, and it'll go and then come back. It'll go and then come back. It'll go and then come back, and it pulls you into a feeder frenzy. We just gotta keep feeding the machine to get it to bust. But it'll edge you. It'll edge you for like hours.
Yeah.
But now I've got units to play with, and I refuse to make, like, the wagers are now like, oh my God, the Legacy Gonzaga cover. So now Goots and I have hit a wager. We're like, oh my God, wait, Goots, you might be back. And then Tennessee covers like, Goots, we're all the way back. And in the meantime, we have broken Vegas.
Yeah.
Like now me and Goots are feeling like Megamind. We're hitting wagers and we've broken Vegas. Like the Buffalo Ultimate Stampede is a cheat code to break Vegas.
Dude, it honestly is. You made me play the game too.
Yeah.
I went and sat on the other side. I tried to bet $5 hands. Didn't realize I was on 2 cents. Was betting $10 hands. First spin, smacked the free games, and I got 40 free games out of it. Dude, I should have won so much more money. 40 free games. Only won like $350. I should have won 1,000 on that.
1,000
minimum.
But yeah, also,
It does pay.
not only are you working to fill up the bust meter, but
you can get free games.
you can also get free spins. Yeah. And make no mistake, I'm a guy that plays the slots at literally negative volume.
You have to go full max volume. I go full
Gooch
max
plays
volume.
at full
You need to.
max volume. So next to me, like, it is literally Warzone Nam. And I have no volume, dude. It is so, like, I literally couldn't hear out of my left ear.
You need
dude.
full max, Goots. I agree with you.
I hate the full max, dude.
It's the winnability. You got to turn it up.
Dude, I just sit there and grind, no volume. I'm grinding. I'm there for a purpose, dude. I'm not there to be entertained.
The theory is that the sports books want everyone to know. They want people to see other people winning. So when it's really loud, people like within a larger distance can hear you winning. They'll go be like, "Oh my God, wait, someone won. Let me go play." Winnability.
My winnability was no volume, just grinding on the machine. So now I'm up $1,000. Wagers come home. Here comes the group. Everyone's in rat.
Mm-hmm.
But keep in mind, now I've got everyone playing Buffalo Ultimate Stampede, and everyone's trying to get the meters to bust. It's sick. Because me and Goots, keep in mind, have broken Vegas.
Yeah.
This is the last story I'll tell, and then I'll talk about Mo Mummy, and we'll play the video because that was fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
Some guy actually DM'd me about it too, by the way. He was like, just so you know, like, it's already pre-selected what you're going to get before you click the button. So you're not actually playing a game.
No,
of
you're not.
chance. And
You're
I was
not,
like,
yeah.
okay, very good.
No, you're really not.
Yeah, me and Goots might become Vegas Matt. We might just take trips to Vegas just to play Ultimate Buffalo Stampede.
The only problem is that Vegas Matt buys in for 30 racks.
Well, so then me and Goots
So it's
came
a
to the
lot.
conclusion that if you have, well, not Goots, not Krabs is now standing with us, and it's getting late. It's probably like 8 p.m. maybe. And Krabs is like, Goots is, he's holding some money and he's playing the game. And Krabs goes, Goots, I mean, you might as well just put the rest of the money in to show him that you're serious. So then the narrative became, if you have cash on hand, you might as well put it all in the machine so that the machine knows you're serious.
Yeah.
And right as he did that, we're like, Goots, you got to show him you're serious. Made the meter bust.
Bang.
We were like, dude, they knew.
Bang.
They knew.
You did that too at the airport.
Oh, yeah, dude, I did that at the airport as well.
Thing.
I did that at the airport as well. But we ended up back at the mill. There was a food discussion, food debate. Me, Krabs, Jovan, Goots, and Rav end up back at mill. I three-peated the mill.
Back to back to back.
Oh.
Not one.
Wait.
Not two.
But before we go to the mill, Josh, Goots potentially does one of the most scumbag things I've ever seen in my entire life because he's out of units.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we drained Goots. Make no mistake.
It's so funny.
The ultimate
Goots say
stampede.
Goots broke Vegas, no units.
No, the ultimate stampede is a money glitch, but it'll also suck you dry in like 2 minutes.
Money glitch. It's a money glitch either way.
Dude,
Your
so-
money either glitches away or you glitch to $1,000.
It's true. So Goots is like, hold on, I have chips. What do I do with the chips? And he was like, where's the cashier? And we're like, dude, it's all the way across. Don't make us wait. He's like, all right, fine, I'll just put on roulette. So Krabs is like, just put it on black. Just go to the road, put it on black. Goots walks over with, it had to be, I think it was like $50, $75 maybe. Goes over to the roulette table. Shout out Tammy, subscribe with a Prime membership. 2 full years, let's go. Walks over to the roulette table, dude, with the chips in hand. Chips in hand, roulette table. He's looking at the board. And Krabs like, you gotta put it on black. Goots scanning the tape. Josh, I have never seen the amount of chips that I saw on black. It was
Everyone is on black?
Dude, Josh, I'm not even kidding. The only game I'll play in Vegas is roulette because like I don't care what other people are doing. Josh, it was the largest. There was 4 towers that had to be like 12 chips high. Like 12 chips each, like 4 towers. I've never seen that much money on black in my entire life. Literally, Krabs is right. You couldn't fit more chips on black. Goots takes his $75, fades the table, puts it on red.
Yeah.
In front of everybody. And Krabs just like, no, he just faded the table.
That's what Krabs does.
No, but,
That's all
no, but we
Krabs
were
does.
like, dude, we were like, oh my God. And Goots goes, I gotta fade the table. I gotta fade the table. They spin the thing, and like now I'm sitting there being like, dude, these people are gonna be fucking pissed. Like pissed.
Yeah.
Balls bouncing. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Red 18.
Bang.
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 But dude, Krabs sitting there goes, you can't celebrate that. You can't celebrate that. And Goots is about to turn around and celebrate, and Krabs just goes, you can't celebrate that. You can't celebrate that.
Everyone loved
No, like so the lady starts collecting chips, and Goots is the only one that's getting chips. So here's Goots sitting at a crowded table with hand over tape, waiting for his 1 chips, dude. Josh, Goots grabs his chips, the table empty. Goots faded the table empty. Like Goots faded the table to the point where people lost enough coin that they all left.
Gotta celebrate those ones. Dude, that's what literally Krabs. There's Krabs, even more scum. He was fading meat, but it was so funny, dude. Krabs will literally wait until the last second, but right before they throw their hand over, like no more bets, and just waits to see what everyone has and just nukes black or red. Like literally nukes. He'll wait until right before she closes bets. And nuke.
But so then we walk away, and then Krabs starts, just busting over Goots. He's like, Goots, let's go. Fucking go. But like, also, we were like, Goots, that was the most scumbag move of all time. But so now Goots is up coin, dude.
Yeah. You got to do it.
Back to the stampede. Like, had to go back to the stampede, dude.
Before you went to eat
Had to
again,
go
you went
back
back
to
to
stampede. But so we end up at the mill, dude. Only story I have about going to the mill back to back nights is that I three-peated the mill. No one should three-peat the pep. There should be no three-peating of the pep of all. Like,
the old switcheroo. Krabs puts it on black and then moves to red last second. Flips.
That's literally iconic. The only story I have from the pep from the third night is Rav was outside talking on the phone and we got seated, so he wasn't at the table. Me, Jovan, Krabs, and Goots are sitting there and we're just talking about like this menu so overwhelming, which by the way, keep in mind, Krabs pulled ultimate chick move, looked at menu before we got there.
At the pep?
Dude, he looked at Krabs.
The pep you just assume has everything you need. I would just assume.
Krabs pre-checked pep menu. That is one of the most insane moves I started like, there are not many times I clown Krabs. I was crowning Krabs.
I do check menu of like every nice restaurant I go to that before.
Josh, this is the pep.
The pep, yeah. The pep, you know what you're getting. You know you're getting a 10 egg, you're getting a 10 egg omelet, and you're getting a 36-ounce fucking med slot.
Dude, and the only way we found out about it is because everyone was like, God, this menu's so overwhelmed. And Krabs goes, yeah, I looked at the menu before and I'm still overwhelmed. And I go, you did what? He's like, yeah, I had to look at the menu. I go, dude, you are absurd. Like, you're absurd. And then Goot sits down and he goes, I think I'm going to get the chicken tenders with the chocolate milkshake.
Not that bad of a move.
But so we're having conversations about the menu, and we're like, the bit was we started like picking things off the menu that we would order, and I was like, I'm gonna do the fillet of salmon. It's like, dude, if you go to a diner and get the seafood, you're a fucking psycho. Like, if you go to the diner and get like any sort of seafood, like I was like, I'm gonna do the shrimp cocktail. Like, if you do any sort of seafood at a diner, you are a psycho.
I think we were talking about that the first time. We're like, should we just get the shrimp?
Yeah, I was like, dude, you wanna get the shrimp platter? We sit down. Rav comes in a little late, so we sit down with the menu. The waitress comes over. She starts asking us what we want to order. Everyone has their orders. Starts off with Rav. She's like, sir, what can I get you? And I'm at the other end of the table, and we just had 15-minute conversation about like the funny things we would order. Rav sits down, opens menu, closes menu, goes, I'm going to do the coconut shrimp.
When did you guys catch those? What do you think they caught those shrimp, Rav? Literally nom.
Dude, I started crying, laughing, and our waitress wanted nothing to do with it. Like, I started dying laughing. Dude, I look at Jovan, and Jovan literally, I think it like, I watched it hit him. Like, it took him a second to like register that Rav just ordered the coconut shrimps.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think I would order coconut shrimp anywhere. Dude, coconut shrimp are fucking disgusting.
No, but it's a diner. And it's like an actual diner. And Jovan looks at me. The shock in it, he literally goes,
Where were those shrimps from?
and our waitress did a horrible move, dude. And I'm like crying, laughing. And she gets to me and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm so rattled. That just took me out. Like, I literally told her, I was like, I'm rattled right now. Like, you need to give me a minute. And also, right after that, it goes to Goots, and he goes, can I do the chicken tenders and a chocolate milkshake? So now I'm laughing double because we got coconut shrimp and a 4-year-old ordering next to me, dude.
What did you fold and get this time?
Well, I got a burger.
Oh, you got a
No, I got a buffalo chicken wrap, which was so good.
Ooh, okay.
It was so good. Jovan got the French toast, Krabs got breakfast. I got a 4-year-old and then coconut shrimp. So, dude, they bring out the food, whatever. The only funnier thing that happened was Goots just like Goots took one bite of a chicken tender and was coughing every 3 minutes. Like, he couldn't, he was just like, to the point where I looked like, Goots, are you fucking good? Like, what's going on over there? Because I got chicken tender in the back of my throat. It went on the entire meal, dude.
I will say it's hard for you to make fun of Rav for getting the coconut shrimp when you three-peated the mill.
Dude, the three-peat of the mill. The three-peat of the mill should have never happened.
That is, but
the three-peat of the mill should have
but
never
that will
happened.
go down as an all-time move.
The three-peat of the mill just should have never happened.
Did we go for the 4-peat next time?
No. I can't show face in the mill. I can't show face.
Did you ever do waitress the third time?
Yeah, she was the worst waitress yet. She was in such a bad mood. She was like giving us crazy attitude. But then Goots is like dying coughing, dude, and there's a napkin with a fork and a knife on it in between me and Goots. And me and Jovan are like talking. Goots is coughing because wrong pipe. It's been 15 minutes of the cough. Goots, instead of just grabbing the napkin, tries to David Blaine the napkin from under the silverware with the hardest wrist pull of a napkin I've ever seen in my life. And the silverware goes everywhere and makes the ladder. It's like, I literally look over and go, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Are you David Blaine? Dude, Jovan almost threw up. He was laughing so hard. Like, for no reason, Gooch is mid-conversation with Rav, tries to David Blaine the napkin. Like, just all-time nightmare scenario. Three-peated the mill, dude. Lost some wagers. Brutal, 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 brutal. Let's talk about Sunday really quick, and then we'll get out of here with some Mikey Core. This was just a recap episode, dude. No college ball to bet on, so I apologize for just recapping Vegas.
There's literally nothing on. So
hopefully you guys enjoyed some of the stories. But let's talk about Sunday really quick, Josh. I feel bad for Hurley, man. He's really become the heel of college basketball, and I think he's done it to himself. It just seems like he hasn't handled anything well this year in terms of every interview. It seems like he kind of comes off like a dickhead every single time.
I think he is a dickhead.
But then he talks about how he's excited for just a regular off season with not having to go on talk shows or throwing out first pitches, which kind of came off douchey. But I also, I guess, understand because I guess when you win it back to back, it's just a whirlwind in the offseason of doing shit like that. Like you're going on talk shows, you're throwing out first pitches, like you win the natty. They should have won this game. They should have won this game, dude. And I disagree with him when he walked off the floor and he said, I hope the refs don't fuck you. They fucked us, Baylor. I don't necessarily think the refs fucked them that bad. I think it took them a little too long to wake up.
The refs were giving Florida
a
lot of calls in this. I mean, they had 12 more free throws than them on the game.
The one thing I will say, though, is I don't want to take anything away from what Walter Clayton did.
No, that was sick.
Because he is March.
He is. That was sick.
And I think it's crazy. I saw a tweet. His offers coming out of school were Jacksonville State and Iona. And Rick Pitino sniped him at Iona, and he has been unbelievable for Florida. Yeah. That kid is March. I don't want to fade March. And that'd be fading Walter Clayton. But I did have UConn shout out freest wager of day. Duke might walk to the natty, dude. I'm starting to really buy in this Duke team. And, like, Cooper Flagg fucked up his eye. And then they get to, Tyrus Proctor can give you 20? Well, that's fine. Con Snoopel can come out and clip you 15. Like, yeah, but there's always someone on Duke that can't miss this year, which is just, I mean, dude, there was never a moment where Baylor was in the game, it felt like.
No.
The game started, and it just felt like Duke beat the shit out of them top to bottom.
Yeah. Also, Alabama, though, and that they're in the same side. 100%. Alabama handed St. Mary's fucking literally the biggest L of the day, I think.
Handed.
I think everyone thought that Alabama was going to have a tough game. That they thought St. Mary's was going to be a good matchup. They'd be able to slow them down, and they could not.
Also, I'll be the guy. Amir Khan is the most annoying thing in college
Thank you
basketball.
for saying that, dude. I fucking hate that kid.
The kid, I think, just got 7 figures of NIL deals wearing a jacket that says Aura on it. Like, I'm done with it.
Like, I'm actually done.
If this starts spawning other student managers to act like this, I'm like, dude, if Providence gets an Amir Khan, I'm actually out.
Dude, when they asked him, like, use 3 words to describe yourself, and he said, I'm that guy. You fold towels, brother. You literally fold towels.
I'm not taking away from folding towels. The original video is funny. No, when he's rapping with the team, but it's
fine. Yeah, that's fun.
I'm
like
out.
You're with the team. Like
I'm out.
You're not like the fact that he's going on ESPN and saying I'm that guy is fucking insane.
I mean, collect your bag, but I don't like him. Michigan State squeaked out against New Mexico. I hope Pitino ends up at Villanova because then we will officially have the worst coach in the Big East be at Providence College. So shout out. Kentucky looks unstoppable. Ole Miss beat the brakes off Iowa State. Maryland buzzer beater. How about Caleb Love having to play Duke in the next round?
Yeah, how about it? That'll be sick. They're going to get their fucking
He said, we're going to watch tape and we're going to be ready for that game. I got news for you, Caleb Love. You already spawned in shooting 4 for 14.
And you're down 20 to start the game.
Yeah. Who is your favorite to win the Natty now?
I think I'm going to stay with Florida just because I think that UConn giving them that game is going to get people to, like, get off them a little bit, hopefully. And I'll stay on them.
I'm going to go Duke.
Okay.
I'm just fully buying in this Duke team, dude. They're coached so well.
Also, dude, Tennessee. Like, Tennessee has yet to have a game. Like, I mean, they handily beat UCLA.
Handily beat UCLA, yeah. Texas Tech is also a sneaky one that I think is going to start really beating the shit out of some teams.
I think Tech loses next.
Michigan's been a pleasant surprise for a lot of teams that really like Michigan. I think Houston can make some noise. But I'm just so bought in this Duke team now. They're coached so well. They're
Cooper
so
Flagg
deep.
Is so fucking good, yeah.
And Cooper Flagg, literally no ankle, no eye, is still one of the best players in the country. Like,
yeah. Also, John Shire. I know you see that video of Pat Bev talking about him?
Yeah.
John Shire, yeah.
Just raw as shit.
There's a video of John Shire when he was in high school. I remember watching when I was like a kid. I think he scored, let me tell you how many points he had in like 30 seconds. Let's see. Shire High School. He had high school game points.
I mean, yeah, dude. Pat Bev was saying
It
he was
was-
running around.
No, yeah, I mean, he had
Chicago just
okay.
banging
So
on kids.
to win this game, 21 points in the last 75 seconds of a game. He scored to win his team the game.
Like what?
21 points.
Dude, people forget if he didn't get his eye poked out in that Miami training camp, he probably
Dude.
would have been an unbelievable NBA player.
Dude, he would have been Duncan Robinson. He would have been Duncan Robinson if Duncan Robinson actually panned out. Like when he was like that 1 year of Duncan Robinson, he would have been
And
him
he
for
would
his
have been
entire
more
career.
like JJ Redick. Duncan Robinson
Ooh.
feels disrespectful. Duncan
No.
Robinson is a fucking traffic cone. that had,
Duncan
like,
Robinson
one
would
good year.
Duncan Robinson when he was that's what I'm saying. He would be him that 1 year for his entire career.
He's way more versatile than Duncan.
No, he's
Dude,
a
John
ball
Shaw used to
handler.
get to a buck.
He's not JJ Redick.
Duncan blows.
Dude, but watch him the 1 year. He was fucking unbelievable. That's what I'm saying. He was him that 1 year for his entire career.
Javon would be pissed that you just related
It's just
John Shaw to Duncan Robinson.
Duncan
I was putting
Robinson.
it out there, Javon.
Duncan Robinson was the best 3-point shooter in the entire NBA that 1 year. Was he not?
Steph Curry does exist.
Percentage wise, was he not the best 3-point shooter in the league that year?
Steph Curry does exist.
Sure.
Steph Curry
Sure.
does exist.
Sure.
Steph Curry does exist. Okay, Josh? All right, Josh?
Sure.
All right, Josh? Steph Curry does exist. All right, guys. Josh, say goodbye to the people. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I know this wasn't a lot of sports talk, but we just had quite a week in Vegas.
People actually are getting
Oh.
that upset about that take.
I'm
Me
a
just
little
saying-
upset about it.
Me just saying that Duncan Robinson for 1 year was good. That's an insane take. That he was a good shooter for 1 year.
You said best.
Dude, statistically, I think he was the best 3-point shooter in the league. I'm not saying that he's better than Steph Curry.
Let's move on.
All right.
This is just a move.
This
This is a move.
Yeah, me just saying facts are insane.
This is a move
Sure.
spot. This is a move
Sure.
spot. This is an
Sure.
all-time move spot.
Sure.
Hopefully you guys didn't mind. This was a bit of a yap episode. We just had quite a week in Vegas, and there's really no sports on that. I really want to slate surf. Is that crazy?
There's nothing on.
Yeah, there's just like NBA. I mean, I'll put out a lineup today for sure of NBA. 1 out of 10 ranking the Fountain Blue. Come back on Cam. What would you give it?
10.
10. I would also give it a 10. Fountain Blue is unbelievable. It's so new. It's so fresh. The table limits are a little high, but that just means you can win a little bit
They're
more.
not that high. There's
Yeah, it's
25s. You can find 25s.
You can find 25s. You can.
Anywhere on the strip, they're 25s on
But
weekends.
W, if you guys are going to Vegas, stay at the Fountain Blue. It's so nice. It's so new. The rooms are so unbelievably cool. There's a little iPad that controls all the lights and all the blinds. It's unbelievably nice. Let's end the show right. Welcome back to a little bit of Mikey Core. We will be cranking a hog.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Didn't you just say you like?
Yeah, but they're going to be underdogs. Just take the points.
Oh, okay.
All right, they're not.
Well, I'm gonna crank hog to win.
Dude, I mean, we might be able to crank hog to win. No, I can't crank hog to win. All right, let's end the episode a little bit of Mikey Core. I'm going to keep this one very, very quickly. Something I learned about this weekend in betting college basketball and something I'm trying to move into my gambling life and I think my life in general is something that I saw on social media the other day. I forget who was talking about it. It was on a podcast, though, and it's just resentment is an anchor that can really ruin your day, your month, your year, and your week. It can ruin your mental health. It can ruin how you feel about yourself, how you feel about someone. And I think as I'm watching these games, the one thing I realized is just being able to move, and I think just taking a wager and moving it into your life. Had some really bad wagers this weekend. And it creates a resentment of the team and the players and the kids. And I think that's why you go on social media and you see people ripping these kids apart, ripping these coaches apart. And resentment really can be an anchor. And just relating it to your personal life, like when people do something to you or something doesn't go right in a situation and you carry that resentment around, the only thing that it does is it anchors you and it holds you back and it makes you drag throughout your day. And I think something that I've just trying to do now in my personal life and in my, especially my wagering life, is just move clean. No anchors, no resentment. If something bad went down or something didn't go my way in any situation or any wager, just move. just move. Because the more you hang on to it, the more it festers, the more of an anchor you build, and the harder it's going to be for you to move without your day. And I think something that I'm really trying to do in my life is moving clean and moving free. And that's by cutting off anchors, cutting off resentment, cutting off the anger that you might feel towards a situation or a person or a wager, and just being able to move. March is not over yet, so make sure you're tuned in with us. We're going to talk about all the bets for the rest of the week in March Madness. We are going to dial in for you guys. I had a great day yesterday, went a little 4-2 action. How about it?
How about it?
So we're all the way back. We just had to get out of Vegas. We had to get out of Vegas. Make sure you guys tune into BTL. They're actually going to talk about wagers today, so I apologize for the podcast episode, but sometimes you just need a little podcast episode. So go tune into BTL right now on the Bookit Sports Twitch and YouTube. I love you guys so much. We'll see you here tomorrow. Tell the BTL boys you said what's up and go get